Is it live? Are we alive?
Is it
We must
live
be
or is it
live.
Memorex?
Hello, everyone. How are you tonight? It is the crazy show with us. Hey, Lorcat. Thanks for coming, Pookie. Hey, Poison Whales. Just shouts out to all the chat here. Sis Jen, good to see ya. Michael Songs. Treach is here. I know I saw him. Gemma, love you. Gemma's gonna be on next week, guys. That's gonna be cool. But anyway, this week,
who's going to be on next week?
Strings and Pucks is here.
Jeremy.
Too.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, Jeremy. Oh, okay, cool.
Today, I'd like to talk about weird physical or mental responses to stress, PTSD, and anxiety. Because I discovered one in myself the other day.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it was interesting. So this has been happening to me on and off for a year, and understandably, right? I didn't tie it to the trauma exactly right away. I smell burned rubber. Randomly. Just burn. And it smells a lot like the burned out house. It kind of starts out that way, but then it just smells like burned rubber. And it literally permeates my entire being. And it's disgusting. And when it happened, it was just all encompassing. To the point where I started looking around my house for things that were burning. And then it went away just as fast as it came. And I said, wait a minute. I Googled it, and it's a total stress response. It's even got a name.
Are you having a brain aneurysm?
No, it's called phantasmia. Good stuff. And what it does, what it is in a trauma, somehow, with the smell of that burn fire of that house, it linked to my emotional center in my brain. Yay.
new superpower unlocked.
Yeah. Super anti-power. I don't know. Something to drive you nuts. And
Spidey senses are tingling.
Apparently now, when I feel stress or anxiety, that friggin' smell will come into my face. But what I also learned is I have to I have to talk to myself. I have to talk at myself. You're safe. You're okay. Everything's fine. Kind of like when you're having a panic attack. You have to talk yourself down. I know I've done that. So it's like almost like a halo for a panic attack, but I never have a panic attack with it. It's just that stupid smell. So it's like, oh, this would be a really good mental health subject. I wonder how many of anybody else that has this problem. This problem or something else, because there's a host of them. I looked up.
Ooh, that smell. Can you smell that smell?
Let's see, what is Jeremy saying? Music, smell, memory, connection, and marketing for hotels. Yep. Yeah, it's... So you can have any of these. There's like crazy responses. So, that's what I'm having is olfactory hallucinations. Woohoo!
Nicely put. Nicely put.
Right?
Yeah, I've heard of people, like with what Strings and Puck's saying, I've heard of people that give tips about selling your house and say, like, bake bread or buy, candles that smell like something like that, like
cinnamon.
Homely. Yeah, cinnamon.
In the mall.
Yeah.
See, Maria's had it. Maria's had it. Yeah, it's crazy.
They pick the spot where it's going to be the most open air and where the ventilation is the best. They literally do this in Cinnabon in the malls. And
I bet. I believe it.
They want that to hit everyone's nostrils all the time.
And another thing, well, this was really apparent because I wasn't getting any sleep at all, was high cortisol, adrenaline, like constantly feeling you're in a fight or flight mode. I've been there. Well, all of last year, trying to find a place to live and all of that. was like just like constantly up here. Like I felt like my shoulders were just like this all the time. Hi. So
Yeah,
then
because
there's,
like being in that state constantly, because like having a rush of adrenaline or whatever is one thing, and being in that, they call it fight, flight, or freeze now rather than just fight or flight, but having that heightened sense because your body undergoes physiological adaptations to prepare you for running or fighting. And when that's not happening, when it's just kind of like mental stress, then it has a negative effect on the body if you're like in that state, too often or all the time.
yeah. And it builds up. That
Yeah.
hormone builds up, and then you're in this vicious circle of,
Mm.
well, to get rid of cortisol, you have to rest and sleep, but you can't rest and sleep because your cortisol is high.
Hmm.
So I had
Hmm.
to take vitamins and do some things for myself in order to finally get the sleep I need. And I'm at that point where I don't have to take so many things to get to sleep. I can just get to sleep and sleep for like a good 5-6 hours and I'm fine.
Mm.
And that's reducing the cortisol now. So I'm not so fight or
Oh, that's
flight,
good.
which made it surprising to me that I had this reaction to a little bit of, it was like not that much anxiety. Maybe it was a work thing. I think it was my
Mm.
friend, my work bestie. She kind of uses me as her, and it's not good. I've talked to her about it. She uses me as her like sounding board. So she gets pissed
Mm.
at work and then she kind of unloads on me, right?
Oh, it's like kicking the cat, kicking the Justine instead.
Yeah. And I've said,
Mm.
bitch, quit it. But she
Yeah,
won't.
damn right.
She won't quit it. And so what I've learned to do most of the time, I'm very good at it. And she texts, and the way she texts is she texts voice to text. So she's just rambling
Right.
on.
Oh God.
And I love her. She's like my sister, okay? And she's
Yeah.
rambling on.
Well, for her to still be alive, then that indicates a certain affection.
Thank you. Exactly. Yeah. If this was anybody else, I would have them long ago. But she's
Because
like
the
my
thing is,
best
a stream
girlfriend.
of consciousness rant rendered to text, it's like, ugh,
It's like I need
ugh.
pages. Why
Because
me?
like when I
So
go off, you could be there like a week. So goodness.
Yeah,
it can get
mine
bad.
like kind of
And
struck into a comedy bit.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I sort of turn it into like a rant into
I'm gonna
like
do that. Using
Yes,
it.
that's the thing. Because I rant sometimes, and my friends will laugh, and I'm like, it's not fucking funny. But the thing is, I have
it
to
is.
concede that it is the way
It
I'm
is
presenting it
funny.
is also funny,
It
as
can
well as
be
it being
funny.
like, pathos, like comedy tragedy or whatever. Yeah.
What is funny is when it picks up on words, it doesn't pick up on the correct word and I know it, or it doesn't make any sense, and then I'll make a
Right.
real joke about it if I'm reading it carefully. But 9 times out of and she's a Scorpio too, by the way, which is God love her. I love you,
Ooh.
Pookie. Her and Pookie are just days apart.
Oh dear.
She's the best. My
Gotta
friend
love
Pam's
the
great.
Scorpio friends.
But so she gets pissed. She's passionate, right? So that's why it's pages of texts, may I explain? Because she gets fucking pissed, so it's either it's either
You
bitch to
get an
me
epic
or kill
poem.
someone. Right, Pookie?
She
It's
sends
either bitch
you
to her
the whole.
bestie or someone's gonna
She
die.
sends you the fucking Iliad.
So just
all
to,
over a traffic infraction.
because she is my bestie and I have a lot of compassion for her. Okay. And it's not like I haven't confronted her about it. I have. But that all she'll say is, thank you for doing that for me. And I'm like, bitch. So I tend to just give it a thumbs up or a heart.
You should probably charge her
Just
for
so she knows I've
therapy.
acknowledged her text and she's fine with that. I've told her, honestly, I'm like, I don't read nine things out of 10 that you send me. Because they stress me out. All right. So I was reading one of these texts about what she was dealing with at work. She had to stay at work late because I was off that day. And that's when I started smelling the burning. And I'm like, what in the, where is that? Oh God, that smells just like the burned house. What the hell is
Be
in
glad,
here? You know?
be
And then
glad
I'm
it's
like,
not bullshit. Be glad you don't just smell bullshit when certain people talk. You know, and you just
well,
like.
actually, sometimes I can. Hey, Louie. That is often at work.
You like look at the bottom of your shoe like
Wait a
it's not
minute.
me.
Oh, yeah. So, but I was reading about all these physical responses, and there can be, I used to get one that was really bad. And this was when I broke up with my ex before I was with Kurt. I went through a nasty breakup with a very narcissistic personality person. I'm not a psychiatrist. I can't tell you if he was a narcissist or not, but he was a dick. And I had to kick him out of my house. And it was a very stressful thing because I'd been with him a very long time. So all of working that out, him moving out, the whole kind of situation of him being there, me not wanting to be at my own home because he was there. I developed a lump in my throat to the point where it was annoying. Like I couldn't swallow right. It was weird. It was like when
Oh, I
when you go to
like
cry or you get upset, you get a lump in your throat. That was exactly what it felt
like
like.
a swollen lymph
Ew.
node or something. Like
I thought there was something physically wrong with me. I started getting worried. I'm like,
Mm.
shit. So I go to the doctor. They're like, there's nothing wrong with you. You're fine. And then I
Yeah, like
started
a
talking about it. They're
throat
like,
tumor or something.
yeah. I was like, that's all I need.
Oh my god, I've got cancer.
They were like, no, are you upset about anything? I'm like, well, I'm going through this breakup. And they were like, that's what it is. It's a lump in your throat. Like you're about to cry. It's just a response. It's a stress response. And I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. Okay, great.
Mm.
So there's no way I can get rid of this. And they're like, yeah, you just have to relax.
oh,
And unfortunately, back
you
then,
gotta-
that's what made me start smoking again.
you gotta
Because
get
when
rid of the
Mm.
problem. You know, the problem being the boyfriend.
well,
Get rid
even
of the
after I got
boyfriend.
rid of him,
Get rid
it
of-
happened.
get rid of the boyfriend, and the throat lump goes away.
No, I got rid of him, and the stupid throat lump was there for another damn year or two. It was annoying. Like every
Is he
time
being
he was
naughty?
stressed, or
I imagine
plus
once
I'd
he's-
had to deal with him for the last year because I was with him for so long. He was like wrapped up in my insurance and all this other crap, and I had to
Yeah,
deal with him.
I'm sure
And it
once
was
he's
not
passed.
fun.
I'm sure once he's passed through a handful of pigs' intestines, everything will be a-okay.
Well, now he's, hate to say it, but he passed away during the pandemic, so I don't have to deal with him anymore. But
Oh.
I bet those pigs ate wonderfully.
oh my God. I don't know, and it's not my problem anymore.
Mm.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Gemma was saying that a similar, well, not a similar thing, but more specifically saying it sounds very autism related. So
That could, who knows? I
Mm.
know I discovered I was ADD late in life, for
I
sure.
wonder
Mm.
how many of us actually are probably more on the spectrum than we even realize. Sometimes
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like maybe I might be. I don't know, because I laugh at inappropriate times. That's all the time. But
I'm
or,
definitely
like,
neurodivergent, though. Yeah.
sometimes sometimes there's just certain things I just completely lack emotion on or connection to,
Mm.
and I'm just like, I kind of wonder if maybe I might be, somewhat on the spectrum myself, but I wonder how many people are actually of that kind of like condition, and they don't recognize it.
Well, yeah.
Mm.
Well, I think there's a lot, I think, that
Sometimes I
you
laugh
go
at
through
it,
things and you're like, huh. And you
Per
think it's
finger.
weird, like smelling burned rubber that isn't there. But
Mm.
luckily, there's this wonderful thing called Google, and you can go to it and look it up and find
Mm.
out, guess what? It's a normal human response.
Mm.
It's okay.
And that's why it's better now that people are talking about neurodivergency and mental health and stuff, because there's that thing again of like, oh, I'm not alone. I'm not completely batshit. Like this is actually the way that I used to put it like years ago was it's ordinary people in extraordinary circumstances. So it's
Right.
like not so much, yeah, not people being weird, but it's like these are the extremes of what, and it's at the end of the day, it's better that than you just have a complete breakdown. It's better that you smell burning rubber
Exactly.
than you just end up in a corner, curled in the fetal position, rocking backwards and forwards. So yeah,
That can be
Well,
fun
right.
sometimes.
I think that
Yeah, no,
that's
yeah,
there.
I resemble that comment.
No, no,
There are times
no,
I've done
no,
that.
no,
I can't
no.
lie. You know, I've
Yeah,
been in that state. I will admit that in
yeah.
extreme stress, right?
Fire
Usually
fleet smokes.
right
Uh,
after the
what's
situation. Yeah, right. They're
what's
talking
really
about my
fun? What's
vaporizer. I am trying to
Hmm.
quit this desperately. I'm down to 3 milligrams of nicotine. That is for all y'all, so I don't rip your faces off. It's terrible. But I'm gonna quit this by the end of the year. That's my goal.
Some people find it
Anyway,
really good because you can control your nicotine levels so well to like help them wean off smoking. It's yeah. I've
that
known
was the
people that just
point.
carry on with the flavored vape without nicotine because they like the taste and it's habit. You know, better that
That's
than
just
Yeah,
stop. Just
my
stop.
my
just
Stop.
stop.
my
Just stop.
experience
It's
with
not.
that
There's no
is
point.
yeah, my
Stop.
experience with that is it got to be a waste of money and
It
time
is
and
pain in the
attention.
butt.
Like you have to fucking worry about this battery. Is it
Oh no,
charged?
absolutely. Because I
Is this
yeah,
thing gonna leak in my pocket?
yeah.
Do I have fluid left?
I broke
All
the
of
the
that. It's
table
just
shook because my cats jumped and whacked this down and
Hmm.
then broke the glass, so I had to
trying
order
to
two
tell
Remember
you something.
more.
yeah.
You
Oh
know,
yeah.
I'll be glad to get rid of not have to buy juice, not have to.
Yeah.
I'll be glad to be rid of all
It
of
is
it.
real faff, and it's a whole nother set of things to worry about, like that you've got a stock of. Because, like you say, I was forever knocking mine over and breaking the glass chamber.
Hmm.
But you know, it's supposed to be better for you than actual smoking, and you can
And
wean
then
yourself off. But
Yes,
and then
yes, that's the
sometimes
yeah,
point. That I
sometimes
mean,
you
that's
buy
totally
these
the point is to quit smoking. Yes.
and then sometimes you buy these setups and like the fucking coils are just they don't make them anymore and then
yeah,
you've
yeah. I can
Oh
bought a whole
imagine.
yeah.
setup that's not you can't use it now. It's like what the fuck.
Well, the
I've had that
Vupu
happen a
that
couple
you
times
gave
too.
me and the one that I have, at least those coils are common. But yeah, we could
Yeah.
do a whole show on vaping. Christ almighty. I
That
know
thing
a
that I
bunch of
quit
people.
that like literally a month after I quit it and I was actually in the hospital for about 2 months. So
Ooh.
you know, but
Mm,
that was actually it was more due to my heart, but it was like I decided to quit vaping shortly before was having further issues. So I
right.
made a really good choice, you know.
Mhm.
Um, so
Bye,
For
little cat.
oh, later, Laura Cat.
So, have you quit smoking altogether, then? E?
oh no, I still smoke weed.
Oh, okay.
I still hit
Oh,
the
yeah. Don't want to go
edibles.
completely crazy.
Well, weed isn't the same thing as
No, I know. I
tobacco.
know. No, no,
At
It's
no.
still
least,
not
at least
great
this
for
doesn't give
you.
me
Mm,
bronchitis. I can still sing if I smoke weed.
I
For
I still have
the
uh
cigarettes, hey,
what's it
get this
called?
raspy voice. That's lovely.
What is
You
it
don't
called?
want that.
Um,
Not attractive.
COPD. I've got COPD.
you got to see it. Oh, sugar.
Yeah, which I
That's not
shouldn't be
cool.
smoking anything, but
Damn.
No.
I would have said. I would have said. Well, you're not old enough to have COPD, but flipping Nora.
38. I mean, I don't know,
Weed is
Yeah,
a
but
this is
jeez.
they use it as a oh bloody hell, asthma treatment. I couldn't think of the word asthma. Derp. I'm okay. Yeah,
Herpy derp.
it's used as an asthma treatment. So I don't know.
uh,
I don't know what.
I would. I mean, I would imagine it's probably COPD is because of the vaping. I did vape for about a good like year or two. Yeah.
Yeah, I have heard some people say
So
like it might be bad in the sense of, yeah, I did hear something about that. I forget the reason now, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, smoking is bad for you, but there are
yeah,
ways
Well,
well,
to
don't vape
reduce
if
and
it.
you
like,
don't smoke.
well,
Use vaping to quit smoking
well,
if you need to.
Mm,
If you can
that's
quit
what I
cold
did.
turkey, do it.
That's
hmm
exactly what I did. I wasn't really a smoker. I didn't smoke cigarettes. I don't know. I tried vaping, and I was like, oh, this is cool.
No, my
And
Yeah.
I
dumb
got
ass.
into it.
See,
It was those
I did it
fucking
right.
rainbow drops. It
I
was
did it right.
the
I had
Skittles flavored.
shingles. I got shingles when I was 44 out of a stress response. By the way, stress can make you
Yeah.
sick. It can cause
Yeah.
autoimmune diseases to bubble up in you. I saw it in my husband. Um, it can cause a lot of messed up stuff. In fact, the doctor asked me, "What the hell are you stressed about?" when I had shingles at 44, because shingles
Mm,
is the chicken pox virus. So if you've ever had chicken pox, it
mm,
lays dormant in your spine, and if you get any kind of extreme stress, it can come up as shingles, and you can tell because you get the sores along nerve endings. So it's along certain
yes.
lines.
Just
So along your
ugh.
neck, I got them along my neck and my back. Some people get them on their face, on their arms. It's just along nerve lines. So she asked me, "What the hell are you stressed about?" I'm like, "Well, I'm trying to break up with my boyfriend. I'm trying to finish my college degree, and my one of my best friends has cancer."
Mm,
So yeah, it was a really
yeah.
high stress time. And so yeah, that stuff comes out, and
Mm,
it's nasty. So stress can cause all kinds of things. That's why I think it's important to talk about these things and
mm.
to try to mitigate it as best as we can, if we can, without
Yeah,
drugs,
it's like I think you had previous stream talking about like mental health and physical health and how they can interact. And stress is one of those things where I think, like you say, you can get stress responses and not even realize what's going on because I mean, in a way, you can get like stress responses from physical triggers. Like you could get eczema from like too strong washing powder or something, right? That could be counted as a stress response. But then
exactly.
people like, yeah, because some people might have something like shingles that's triggered by stress, and it wouldn't be till going to a doctor and they say, "What are you stressed about?" And you're like, "Oh, I've been thinking about what I've eaten," but actually, it could be stress because X, Y, Z. And they just hadn't thought about it. So yeah.
Exactly. You're just not even
Is,
thinking about it.
can you guys hear
Stuff
me?
like extreme fatigue, dizziness, nausea,
Mm,
changes in appetite. That could just be stress.
mm.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
Gaining weight can be
real quick,
stress.
can you guys
Mm.
hear me at all?
Yeah, you're really
Okay, well, because
low.
my uh,
You're
I'm
really
low.
low.
Um,
I'm having problems with my ears tonight anyway, so it's always fun.
Oh.
I don't know.
So Gemma, are you saying that that
Check.
your reaction to washing
Hello.
powder is worse because of being autistic? Because that's intriguing.
Check.
It
Check.
is because it's going to be great to talk to you, Jem, about
Mm. Yeah,
autism,
Testing.
because
definitely.
I think it's really a
Testing.
misunderstood thing. What?
Testing.
Testing. Testing.
Testing.
Oh, I
Am
thought
I?
you said
Am I?
Justine.
Am I low now?
You're better. That's better.
Better.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think the reason
sounds good.
I don't
My,
think I could hear you. Yeah.
my
Sorry
fucking
about that.
my
Slow.
focus right went, and then just like
Oh.
I had to turn off and turn it back on, and then it was. God,
So
Well, the good
even
news
I'm
is Mercury
smelling vapor. Just
retrograde went direct on Friday, but there's a 2-week shadow period.
oh, that's good. When does it start again? Oh, in 2 weeks.
uh
Duh.
July, all of
Sorry.
I think we get another one in July. It's the whole
Okay.
month of
yay.
damn July.
Uh, great.
I
That's
know.
um. Gemma was saying after that about the washing powder that it's the smells. So the smell of the washing powder, because some of them are really heavily perfumed. So it's the
Oh,
smell
okay.
that makes her stressed. So that's again, that's yeah, it's going to be good having Gemma on because she's very she's a great advocate. And she's very like articulate talking about things and stuff. So yeah, it'd be really good.
Because I get overstimulated too. I've noticed, I
Mm.
know when I get overstimulated in things. Um I've been overstimulated when I was a kid. Of course I'd get overstimulated. And my mom would be like, "Calm down. I'm going to put you in a crate." It was just like, "Oh, she's a spaz. She'll grow out of it." But I still feel
Blimey.
that sometimes. Like in one
Mm.
day, I had my patio set put together. I had like a bunch of different weird, exciting, good things going on, but all in one day. And it overstimulated me to the point I was like, it was like on 11. I
Right.
felt like a shaking bunny inside, like I was gonna like just explode at some point. And I'm like, I need to go to like, I need to like come down.
I need something bad to happen to counter all the good
No,
shit.
I just needed.
I need to
I
just at
needed
least
like.
stub my toe
I
or
need a
step on a
padded
Lego.
room. I need something like to de-stimulate me. I don't need a music. I don't need any. I need quiet. I need come down off the ceiling. So I do get that feeling, but I think I'm getting better at recognizing when it happens, I guess. I don't know. It's hard. Yeah, saying calm down to somebody who's overstimulated is the worst.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
yeah,
right,
no,
and
when
I
I'm
don't. My mom
angry,
had no idea what was going on. She
when
just
I'm
thought I was just,
angry, that's the
got
worst.
spazzed out from a school dance. Is what I'm thinking of. I was at a school dance and I was all "Ugh," when I got home, and she was like, "Stop it!" I didn't know what else to do. So yeah, it's fun stuff.
When I'm angry and someone tells me to calm down, motherfucker, don't even just run, just run. You know what I mean? Like, tell me to calm down when I'm pissed off. You're just gonna piss me off more.
Yeah.
You know,
It's not-
like you're
It's
gonna take the target and move it to your back when you tell me to calm down.
In customer service, I learned you never tell people anything. Like, you never tell people what to do. Okay? What you do is you empathize with somebody. And I think that might work in that situation better, is I understand. Okay?
You know what? It
I
actually
get
works.
it. But
There's
let's try this. Maybe instead of calm down, chill the fuck
well,
out.
yeah. In case in point, like when I worked at Honey Baked Ham, and like somebody would want something specific, and we didn't have it, or we had a limit on it, and I'd be like, yeah, I agree, that sucks, but we ain't got none.
Right, but people usually
Sorry.
chill out at that point. At least they've got somebody on the line that understands how they feel. That was the whole,
Just
hey,
tell-
Birdfinger.
Yeah, I know.
That was
We
the
should
psychological manipulation of customer service.
like we I know. I agree. It sucks we got a limit on this thing, but everybody wants it today. If you can't tell, you know.
Working in food service is a whole different type of stress and trauma, in my opinion. And we were talking about fight, flight, or freeze. Now they call it fight, flight, or freeze, because I felt that too in a stress response, especially in the dealing with my husband dying and that whole immediate thing. You feel numb, right? That's also a stress response. Feeling numb, not being able to feel anything at a certain point, which is kind of scary too, because
Yeah, because then you can think like I should be feeling something, and and you just feel numb. And again, it's that feeling of thinking something's not right with me, rather than
right.
this is a normal reaction to something that's just over the top.
Or what if
Like
you're
for the
torn
first 2
between
days
all
of
the
that, I
options?
couldn't cry. I couldn't,
Mm-hmm.
because I was literally in a response of I have no house. I have no clothes. I have nothing. I just lost everything. What the fuck do I do?
Straight up
You know, so you're
survivalism.
like, okay, I'm thrown into total confusion. And then the reality then hits you. And then it's a whole nother, crap shows of stress and trauma. So yeah, it's that kind of numbness can hit you when something gets too sudden, but I imagine it could hit you even like I would use a soldier coming back from war. I've known a lot of veterans, and you think you're numb to the sounds of war, right? Then you hear a car backfire.
Right.
And it sounds like guns, and you have a reaction, and that's when you learn, right?
A flashback.
That it's not. You don't have that. You thought you had that toughness. You're not numb. It like busts you out of that, and it's a shock. And so, like, my cousin started a 501c3 in Virginia. It's a farm, Sycamore Ranch, it's called, and she has it for free. Veterans can go there and transition from soldier into civilian life, so that they don't have those city sounds right away. They can get used to it, and they work on the farm and get up early, work.
Well, this-
4th of July has got to be the worst time of
Yes.
the fucking year.
It's the worst for them.
For
It's so bad. It's
Yeah.
serious.
For a lot
My
of
cousin
people.
went through it. It still goes through it. My cousin still goes through it. He's a Marine. He did 4 tours of Iraq. So in one of them, his son was born. So that's just great, and he wasn't there for it.
Hey, now those
So,
fart
yeah.
buttons are contained, boomer. Okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
Those fart
Ease shart buttons.
She was
was
at
funny.
Valerie's.
And I have
Yeah,
16.
That was good.
I have 16 fart buttons.
Wasn't that on like Ferris? I wanted to say, wasn't that Ferris Bueller's Day Off though? He had that sweet keyboard, and then he had the burps and the farts on there.
Something like that.
Brilliant. Hey, Value could do that on a new keyboard as well, because you can map sounds to the keys, I think, can't you, or something on that? Or is that? Oh no, that's functions, isn't it? I'm getting carried away. Beg your
What's up?
pardon. With Valerie's new keyboard, can't you map different things to the actions to different keys? And I was getting carried away thinking it was able to, but it's a, it's a QWERTY keyboard. Ignore me. Ignore me, E. It's fine. I'm just going to mute
okay.
That'd be
myself.
fun. That'd be
All right.
cool. Can you wire sounds into a QWERTY keyboard? Let's do it. Do it right now.
Probably. I'm sure there's probably some like kind of plug-in that you can use that
Yeah.
it's like MIDI
Yeah,
or
potentially.
whatever. I'm
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
You're gonna go on stream in a minute, little girl.
Hey.
Ooh.
Kitty.
Oh, I have her elusive tuxedo. She is not a cuddler. She's a struggler.
Oh.
She's a struggler. I try to pick her up, and she'll like boop right out of my hands, boop. But she'll come right up to me and oh, there's our friend Doug. Hey, Doug, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
See ya.
Doug.
How's it going, everyone?
Good. How are
Okay.
you?
I'm doing pretty good, I guess,
Good. Yeah.
so far.
We're just all talking about stress responses and
Yeah,
personal experiences
That's
and
a little high on the volume.
I am.
Just
Okay.
a little bit
Oh, yeah.
everything that happened to you.
How's that? Better?
better. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Of course, my eyes are watering because this light is right in my eye.
Yeah, Gemma's got a couple of videos about auditory overstimulation and autism on her channel. So we don't have July the 4th, but we have like Fireworks Day and Diwali, depending on in the state that you live on or whatever. But yeah, or well, actually, big cities as well have Diwali. So yeah,
Well, that
Yeah,
too, Maria,
wildlife,
for
yeah.
wildlife,
Pets.
and my dogs hated it. Oh,
yeah.
they still
poor
hate
dog.
fireworks. They still hate them.
I have to.
Drone shows
I
are
have to, like,
cooler than fireworks.
I have to hold my dog like close
Yeah.
for like the whole night. It's like a whole ordeal, and he's just shaking. He's just
Yeah.
terrified, and it's not even a whole night. It's like a whole fucking week up to and after.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
same here. We get like it's like a week leading up to fireworks night and New Year's, and then it's like, and Diwali
you
now
guys-
starts before that, so it can be like 6 weeks of it on and off.
You don't
So it's not
celebrate-
just the
you
crazy
don't-
rednecks here. Okay.
So you,
Interesting.
you celebrate
Interesting.
some kind of version of 4th of July, or what's that for you guys?
What's that? Sorry.
4th of July
Oh, 4th of July.
for you guys. What's that
I-
for you guys?
There isn't one.
No, they celebrate New Year's that way though.
Yeah, we have
New
bit lots of
Year's
fireworks
Eve.
New Year's, and as I say, like Guy Fawkes Night, which is
Yeah.
to celebrate or remember that somebody
November-
tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament, but was foiled, as Birdfinger said. Guy Fawkes, yeah.
5th of
Yeah, Guy
November.
Fawkes.
Yeah,
It's
it was
it's not the
November.
same as.
There was a rhyme. Remember something of November.
Yeah, remember. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but the other thing as well is though it was weird because we had our local election. No, we had our general election on. Oh God, when was it? July the 4th, and
Oh,
you
okay.
guys had your presidential election on the 5th of November.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
On Guy Fawkes, yeah.
yeah.
It's usually around the 6th, the 5th, there's the 6th of November. It's usually on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I remember that because my dad's birthday was on election day. It was November 6th.
I'll tell you what, though, there's increasing calls from like Scotland has been thinking about going independent on and off for years from like the UK, and there's a growing movement for Wales to go independent as well. So I
wow.
can well believe they will have massive Independence Day celebrations every year if they ever manage it.
Right. That's like Quebec
don't get
going
sucked up by the
independent or
US.
like the South seceding from the Union.
Well, yeah, but also there's a history because they, like, from their point of view, they're the original people, and England was taken over by Anglo-Normans and Saxons. So I am probably German, French, and Dutch rather than original British. So I mean, you're going back like 1,000 years or more, but the thing is
you-
that it has echoes in modern day because of the way that the governmental structures are structured, and the fact that Scotland, like unpopular policies, are tested on Scotland first and then rolled out to the rest of the country. So there's things like that. So yeah,
You're never going
I
to get
don't-
rid of any of that stuff, are
I
you?
don't wanna.
I mean, it just goes back so long. You said over 1,000 years. Here, it goes back hundreds of years. I don't think it matters. People just argue over it.
but the
wanna-
thing is, it has, like I say, there are implications to modern day, like in terms of governmental funding, for example, and things like that. So yeah, there are definitely, there
I
are,
don't wanna.
yeah.
I don't want to think along these lines, but wouldn't it be some weird shit if the U.S. decided to buy England?
Yeah, right.
Or take
over.
with the
Just-
current administration, it wouldn't shock me if they tried to invade England.
That's
Yeah.
the thing, right? Because
What a
that's-
weird turn of events.
the thing is, I can well see that, and it's like, yeah, we're going to be invaded by the King of America soon at this rate. Yeah,
It's
Crazy. It's
Where's
just
my
absolutely
pen?
nuts. Yeah, going back to the 4th of July thing, so my former boss, who was a great boss too, by the way, he was a Vietnam vet, and 4th of July was a pretty rough time for him. And there was more than one 4th of July that him and I sat up and watched the sun drinking beer till way too late. It's like, that's the only time I think I've ever drunk myself sober.
yeah,
Yourself
yeah.
sober, yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't a good thing either.
I
Full
know.
circle.
It's not fun.
No.
Yeah, it does. It means veterans. Hey, James.
Hi,
It's
James.
like I
James.
said, I have a particular cousin that did 4 tours of Iraq, and that's why his mama started Sycamore Ranch, is because he came back and he was not right. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
interesting. I have friends that did tons of tours and they're fine. They were
Yeah.
fine. But then like my cousin, not fine. You
Yeah.
know, it's everybody's different and
Mm.
all of it is okay. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Everybody has a different experience and it's all
Right.
human. You know,
Right.
and that's kind of what I want to get across with this.
And
stream.
what the exposure
okay.
is different from one person to the next. And some
Yeah.
people could see some pretty horrible things that would be pretty hard to ever shake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for me, I understand why my olfactory sense tied in with my emotional is because my house burned down. I lost my
Right.
husband, my cats, my whole family.
Mm.
That's
Absolutely.
going to happen, right? It
Mm.
makes logical sense.
Yeah.
And it made me understand certain other kind of brain process or start to understand, okay, well, maybe this is why this ties in with
Scent.
music or this ties in with this or that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Scent is a very powerful thing. Absolutely. And music is a very powerful thing too, because it takes you back to a certain place, you know, just like scent.
Exactly.
Mm.
A scent can do that. A taste can do that. A certain taste
Yeah.
that all of a sudden you haven't tasted something for ages, and then all of a sudden, boom, it pops up, and it's like,
It
Yeah,
can bring in a
absolutely.
whole memory of things that you had completely forgotten about. Yes, taste
Yeah.
can do that. And
Yeah.
apparently I'm a very olfactory, very sensitive. I didn't realize that. I never realized that in my
Yeah,
life. Look
my,
who's here.
Hi.
Dude, what's up?
Hey,
Good
Paul.
to see
Hi,
you,
Mad Hatter.
Paul.
Hi,
I
Paul.
just mowed the
Hey,
yard.
Malachi. Good to
I just
see
mowed
you.
the yard.
Paul. Paul, I can hardly see you. You're so slim.
It
Don't
is-
turn sideways, for
You're
God's sake.
disappearing.
Yeah, exactly. You'll disappear if you turn sideways, please.
it
We're
is,
gonna have a biggest loser competition. Everyone
is a
that's
shit
losing
fest.
weight.
It is a shit fest. It sucks ass really bad. I mean, I really been wanting some Count Chocula.
Ugh.
I was like mowing the yard, and
Oh.
and I put out,
tomorrow here.
you know, I fuck the squirrels. I used to like squirrels, but I hate squirrels now.
Oh.
So
Still like squirrels.
in a roundabout way, I killed a squirrel, and it was in the yard, and I didn't know it, and I ran over it with the mower. Oh, just thinking about it now makes me want to puke. Oh my God.
I
like,
used
so-
to in my old house. I used to walk when I first would mow the lawn. I would walk through the lawn to make sure there were no baby bunnies
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
because
yeah,
we
they were-
had jackrabbits that would build their houses like right in our bushes and my neighbor's bushes. And Kurt
I
would
would
tell
hit-
me, "Don't run over no baby bunnies," and I'd be like, "I don't want to run over baby bunnies." So I would check the entire yard before.
Baby
Oh,
bunnies.
it was so scary.
I had a bullfrog problem like that. I would hit bullfrogs because we got frogs.
Oh,
and,
jeez.
Oh, that's so
it was
Oh.
terrible.
Oh,
Are
Yeah.
they,
no.
are they
Would've been
quite
so
big
bad.
as well, Doug? Bullfrogs. They're not like little teeny frogs, are they? They're quite.
No, these
big.
were big,
Yeah.
full blown.
Oh,
you
that's
know.
gonna make a mess.
Oh.
Jeremiah, yeah,
thing
Jeremiah was not, and they blend in with the grass so well. You don't see them or
Yeah.
anything. You know.
And
Who
they
told
make
you?
that-
The
they
squirrel
make that
was so
noise
dead
when you
that when
hit
I
'em.
hit him, it just made like a stink bomb, though. That was.
Oh,
That was-
gross.
No, yeah, but I mean, I went gagging across the lawn. I mowed. By the way, I mowed the underwear. I mowed the underwear. I mowed the lawn in my underwear, which I'm sure my neighbors were very happy.
In your
about.
underwear.
Well, the police
Yes.
didn't show up, so it's all good, right?
Yeah, well, it was in my backyard.
boxers.
You know what? They can
That's
see in
Texas.
my backyard, but if you look in my backyard, you get what you see.
Awesome,
More
Gemma.
backyard.
Cool.
Yeah.
Gemma's loving listening to Paul talk about mowing in his undies.
Yeah.
On
like-
his undies, hitting the squirrels.
She's such a class
shit,
act. I
are we
was kind of
live?
worried about it.
No, this is backstage. It's cool.
Oh.
Do you,
Texas
do you have a
live.
do you have a sit down mower, Paul, or is it a walking one? Or?
It's a walking one.
Oh, so people can get the full benefit. Amazing.
Well, and
So you
I
get
got
to
so much
step
stuff
in
in
it
my yard. That's what
afterwards.
makes my yard so hard to mow.
Mhm.
And I really need to talk to Sunshine. She just doesn't want to. She doesn't want to let it go. Uh,
Are you not worried? It's
like we got
Bruce.
swings and stuff.
Look, Paul, we know that and to be fair, your weight loss is amazing, but I think you're just taking this too far now. Next you're going to be telling us you oil up first and then do a little bit like stretches and stuff.
It's getting confident.
Stretches
Boxes with little hearts.
in spandex even. Yeah.
Yeah.
In a total green spandex outfit, including your head.
Bedazzled.
Well, see, I mow like nobody's watching. You know.
That's because nobody wants to watch.
Yeah, I don't mow the front yard in my underwear. I don't.
Well, I have now a very large front yard and a postage stamp of a backyard, which is awesome. I'm so glad. I made it mostly patio. Hey, Steve-O! Yeah, I made it mostly
Steve-O.
patio on purpose. I'm like, I don't want to mow all this. So there you go. You can just pour some concrete there.
I mean, that does sound really stressful, to be fair, mowing various wildlife in your yard. I mean, jeez. I'm still confused about the squirrel, though. I thought they were spry and, like the greys over here, we've got your squirrels over here too, and they're not normally slow.
No. What I did, Limey, is there's like this
Flipping immigrants.
It's
Look,
like
the
squirrel
invasion's
poison.
already started. You sent reconnaissance first, the little grey bastards. Sorry.
Yeah, it was squirrel poison that got this one. Okay, that's the
Have you
problem.
ever seen it? Do the squirrels in where you're at? Like, do they just stop in the middle of the road and just turn into a little ball of confusion?
No.
It's like
See,
right in the middle of traffic. See, our
I
I
squirrels.
to be
wish
fair,
the
they just
worst
tend
thing
to-
we had was squirrels. We have rats. That's
Well,
why I don't worry about
Yeah,
squirrels.
we have.
Well, see, we
We
have
have
gang fights
rats.
between the rats and the squirrels, so the squirrels are kind of
Wow.
like ruling the south side over here, you know. and like I said, and we're poisoning them to keep them out of because squirrels will chew your wires, okay?
Yeah, they will.
And and so I'm really, that's why I used to not. We used to like encourage squirrels to come here and stuff, but
Yeah.
now that
They're
they
cute.
and they will not quit going in our attic, and I will patch a hole where they chewed a hole and go into our attic, and they will chew right through the thing that I made to cover the hole. They will
You
chew
got
through.
some mutant ass here.
Oh,
we
oh,
don't
well,
have
like I
any
said, and
problems
so I
with
gave them
squirrels like
poison,
that. That's
and I went out on the
crazy.
fence, and one was acting crazy because he's poisoned, and he's acting crazy, and the one that was in the yard was dead, and like I'm like,
Nightmare.
I'm kind of
So they're
starting to
hitting
question this,
dead ones. Okay.
probably like turning them into, like you said, mutant squirrels that are going to attack.
What they did here is they introduced peregrine falcons.
Wow.
So
Oh,
we had
right.
quite a pigeon and squirrel population. Instead, because
Wow.
they didn't want to poison things, because people's pets and stuff,
Right.
they got these peregrine falcons, and those things reduced
Yeah.
the
So they
pigeon
didn't wanna
and
poison-
squirrel
They
population.
didn't want to
quite a
poison the
bit.
pets, so they brought in birds that could easily swoop the pets up from the
And
yard.
they do. And you have to be careful with small things, okay? Small
Yeah.
little
Sure.
things that can
Yeah.
get picked up, like
Small
even
children.
like your Shih Tzu. Yeah, don't leave that in your yard. And
Brought to
we
you-
have coyotes too.
Absolutely
that will
brought
eat
to you
your
by those
small
same
pets.
people that thought that we needed to introduce the wolf to our area here. So we have wolves that are nothing but problems, I mean, wolves, come on, really?
Right,
This is like
yeah.
the tales
People
all
do
this
dumb
time.
things,
I know.
Select
In
an
doing a good thing,
animal.
they do stupid things.
It's
Yeah.
the tales all this time. Select an animal to take care of another invasive species or a
Yeah.
problem,
I mean,
and then it becomes a problem.
Australia
That was-
enters the
that-
chat.
Partly,
That was an
Jeremy,
episode of
yeah.
The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Jeremy,
Oh,
with
yeah.
downtown Detroit, of course you can't contain the Falcons, right? They're Falcons. They started.
They have wings. They fly.
Yeah.
But they birthed them right on the tops of all the buildings in Detroit. So your biggest buildings, One Detroit Center, Penobscot, where they could put them on the roofs, they did
Yeah.
it.
large gargoyles, kind of more or less.
Yeah,
Hi,
and of course
hi,
now
Art.
they're flabby free, and now they're everywhere, and they're in rural areas like
I'm
where
just
Jeremy
figuring
lives,
out
too.
we're live.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
seeing
yeah.
I'm
By
seeing
the
the
way, we're
people in the
live.
chat
This
talk to me. I'm like,
was-
wait, how are they talking to me if we're not live?
Your weed is better than mine.
Yeah,
apparently.
right.
I thought you came on at 8. It's like 8 here.
Hey, Will D, what's up?
So, did you come on like an early or something?
We're on the pot. What?
Did you come on early?
No, eight
No, it came
fifteen.
out at the same
7:15 your time.
Oh, it's 8.
You actually
here.
believed me when I said that we
Yeah,
were
7:15 your time.
backstage.
So.
I didn't really mow
What's
the
up?
yard in my underwear, and I'm not really
Yeah.
sitting here in my underwear right now.
Pole Vault has exposed himself
Well,
in his yard
at
and
least-
on panel.
At
There you
least
go.
you're
The whole world,
more
for the
than
whole
just
world.
your underwear. At least you're clothed.
Right now?
Well,
Well,
we
as
know
much
he's
as you
clothed
can
on
see.
top.
Yeah,
That's
there
all
you
we
go.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
there
is
you go.
all we
We know-
need to know.
We know his aversion for pants.
Just
Well,
keep
see,
it- just
the
keep it
secret
from here,
is-
you
The
know?
secret is
Trousers
boxer
and-
briefs, people. Boxer briefs, okay?
Boxer.
Yes,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
get them
yeah.
to where they look like they're already like some kind of like, like a. You don't know. I might be going to hop on a bicycle and do a marathon or
Shorts,
something.
they do look like bicycle
Yeah,
shorts.
yeah.
Some of them,
Get them
yes.
in some kind of color like hot pink or something. Yeah. Fucking Ferrari printed across the ass.
Hi, 710.
No, for you, juicy.
Oh, very. But you can.
Angel.
It just looks like it says.
Angel drawers.
It just looks like it says JC on it. I always trip when they get the pants that says juicy, and like most of it's up their ass, and you just all you can see is JC. It's like you're like really
I'm religious.
Looks like the peach ate the shorts.
like a spacer in there or something.
You got some shorts buried in some cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you
my
go. You need
God.
shorts that says cake on the back.
You know, that could be a stress response too. Compulsive behaviors.
Shopping.
stressing over-
compulsive shopping.
I was stressing
Hey.
over mowing the lawn so bad. I was talking about it on Valerie's show, and
Yeah.
I was talking to a Pookie about it before I ate a bunch of stuff, got stoned, and took a nap. And I was like, fuck it, I'm not going to do it. And then I woke up and had this like anxiety and remorse about like not doing it. And I'm like, I didn't mow the yard. I totally
Yeah.
blew that shit off. And I'm like, you know what? If I go out and mow at least half the yard, I can sleep good tonight and be like, I accomplished something,
Yeah.
So
But,
no, I feel you.
So the anxiety and stress is over mowers remorse,
Yeah,
Mowers
remorse.
which I'll probably be finding out tomorrow because tomorrow's my mow day. So
Oh,
it's probably
luck.
good there. It's probably good we're going through
Hey,
this tonight, so I
Zach.
can kind of
Zach.
mentally get there.
You
Well, and
know,
this is the first time I cranked the mower this year, too.
Yeah, well,
You know,
it's gonna
that's
be my
always a
first time,
treat.
too.
Yeah,
So I
that's
guess-
always a treat.
well, lately
and the-
it wasn't mowing; it was shoveling snow for me.
Yeah.
Oh God!
And
Why
it's-
even? Just
well-
wait for it to melt.
Well, and that's the thing is though, owning
Yeah,
a
it
home.
wasn't that far away.
But owning a home, you have to at least shovel the front walk,
Yeah.
right? Because you could get sued if somebody falls.
Right.
So
Don't walk on my yard.
I
don't care
had
if
to
you're
do
mounting,
that
Leave it out in
in
the
20
street.
below-
I'll get it.
20-degree below zero weather and I had, good gloves and everything, but it was very wet and heavy snow. And I was, oh God, how can I explain this very gently? It was that time of the month for me, and it's never nice. I'll just put it that way. It's never a good thing.
You
I already
Yeah,
have
the amount of
issues.
weight.
And so
It's probably like
I'm
when you
not
have to
supposed
go
to really bend over or lift a lot, but I had no choice. I got nobody else here. It's me. you know, and I got new concrete. Spreading salt on that's going to ruin my new concrete.
So
I
you're
shovel.
justified by shooting the people before they even got to the sidewalk. So no sue.
I'm telling you, I did it to the point where I was like, good enough. And I did not do my driveway the entire season. I'm like, I have a truck. I will baja it out there and I will use the ruts. I do not care.
Yeah, there you go. Ruts.
We are in the We Do Not Care club now. We do not care. If you slip and fall on my sidewalk, that is your problem. Walk across the street.
Is that a deal?
Yeah, well, if you go a little bit further west, it's called the I don't fucking care.
No.
Is that a deal? If someone falls on your sidewalk, that's your deal?
Yeah. In
What?
my city,
Get the
it's
fuck
my
off my
deal.
sidewalk.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even
and
have
that
anybody
is
on my
cool.
sidewalk.
The reason I got all new concrete and a brand new patio was because they made me replace part of the sidewalk that was bad.
Right.
That is the entire reason. So I said, well, screw it. If I got to spend that much money on that, I'm getting a whole new walkway, I'm getting a whole new driveway, and I'm getting a patio. And so that's what I did.
And that's why you shoot him before there's any liability at all.
Yeah.
You know.
Why even shovel?
mess up my
Just buy a
sidewalk, man.
flamethrower. just get a flamethrower. Forget the
Ooh, I
shovel.
want one.
Yeah, but they don't. You're gonna have to be. That's a flamethrowers don't go quite as far as you think they do. You know, if you want to get distance, you're probably gonna need something that propels a little bit further.
They
than
actually
flame.
do have flamethrowers for your in between the sidewalk, the weeds. So
Yeah.
Monsanto sucks and so does Roundup.
But
So you take the flamethrower and you burn the crap out of all the weeds. I wanted one of those before I got new
Just
concrete.
do
so you
that
go
for
all
your
Game of
driveway.
Thrones on the lawn first.
Oh, doesn't it sound like fun?
You just get steam. You just get a bunch of steam.
There's
Build up
Justine's
here.
lawn. It's on fire. Boom.
They gave us one of those. Have y'all seen those power
Barbecue.
transformers for the whole neighborhood that's like a box? Y'all may
I
not
have
have it,
seen
but
those, yeah.
we have it here in Texas. There's like these boxes every so often in a neighborhood in the alley that's for like the whole neighborhood's electricity. Well, on the corner of my property, we have that. And they're like, that's yours, but at the same time, you can't use it, but you are responsible for maintaining it. And I'm thinking about going out there with some thick black plastic,
Yeah.
and freaking laying it all over the top of the freaking grass and pouring rocks over it. That way I don't have to, because you can't mow it, you can't get a mower around it.
Right. And you
So
can't
I have to
really
edge
can you
it.
weed whack around it.
Yeah, I can, but it's, it's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And they're always like trying to write me a ticket every 2 or 3
Fees
months.
and
They're like,
shit.
it's gotten over 8 inches over there. Like, unlike your wife. But anyways,
We've
I
seen
mean,
you
and
go
I-
in the lawn.
and I've known this guy
And
for
it's wet too.
I've known this guy for like 20 years, man. And it's like every 3 months he writes me up for something new.
Oh my
But
God.
I thought it was me one time, and I was getting really pissed off. But one time, me and all our neighbors met out in front, and they're like, "Hey, man, Wells has wrote me a ticket. Are you turning me in?" They're like, "No, you're turning me in." And now all of a sudden, we're like,
Yeah, Zach,
"I don't
it's
even
true
think it's going
crime.
through the neighborhood."
That's cool.
You know what you do, pole vault? You charge them a nagging fee. Charge them for nagging at you.
Thank you,
That's,
James. See, he lives
I
in
do that.
Michigan. He knows.
Yeah.
Not my
Hey,
fault
James.
you didn't learn to walk on snow.
Hey, James.
Yeah, but I mean, what's to keep me from going in front of a rich person's house and just accidentally falling?
Oh, well, it happens all the time. That's why they have liability insurance.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
don't.
they have that.
Right.
Here
You
in
know?
Texas, if you
And
get
that's
killed
why
on someone's
businesses
sidewalk,
have
that's
that.
And that's
their
why I
on
say
them,
shoot them before you get make that boundary mark really pronounced, so you know.
Well,
right
if
where
I,
it is.
Right.
you would think you'd be able to tell people you can't walk on my sidewalk if you're liable for them walking on your sidewalk.
You'd think it's-
Imagine being on someone's
Hey,
someone's
time back.
sidewalk
Hey, Darren.
and then you just start getting shot at, and it's like, just
The
like
thing is,
they're
though,
just
is
like, you're
I
not
like
gonna
my
frame
neighbors.
me.
I do like my neighbors, and I like being
Yeah.
friendly with them. So I'm cool with them walking on my side and walking
You
their
ain't gonna friend me,
dogs,
motherfucker.
etc.
Well, and
I don't want people to slip on my sidewalk, so
right.
I did lay down some of that ice melt stuff, which still messes with your concrete. It still does, but what are you gonna do? At least some of it got done, but I definitely did not do any of my. I tried to do my driveway, really did. I was like pole vault. I'm gonna feel guilty if I didn't try, right? And I was in so much pain after I came in from
Yeah.
lifting that heavy wet snow, and I have a huge driveway now.
Can you get a waiver for that?
No,
Just
what
say,
I can do is two things. One, the first thing I want to do is I want to get a snowblower.
Oh, Darren.
Yeah.
It's one of the it's wireless, electric
gas.
with a battery.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna get a battery pack, the same brand that I have as a lawnmower, which I love my lawnmower. So I'm gonna get the
Kind of
same
love
brand.
those
Or
little
I could
green
hire a service.
little
I
electric
could do that,
lawnmower.
but
It just
I'd
goes,
rather just get the snowblower and do it myself.
it's all it does. It's a whole noise it makes.
I was
Mine
talking about
barely
this
makes a
morning.
noise.
We used
My
to have
lawnmower?
kids come by.
Sweet.
The kids don't come by anymore. Used to in the summertime, kids would knock on my door all the time.
Yes.
Sir, hey,
They don't
20
do that
bucks will
anymore.
mow your front and backyard. And I mean, and they would freaking hit it and be gone. And these kids were making pretty good money because they were going through. Now, there is no kids come through doing that.
And just
I
think
tried
about
And
getting
it's
how much-
my kid to do that. He
could-
wouldn't do it.
well,
they
it's
could
these
make
professional
money.
lawn services
They
that
could-
charge like freaking 150, 200 bucks to mow your yard.
And they can make money off of that without having to really worry about gas, because I mean you get a rechargeable battery lawnmower, that self drives.
Oh, no, But they were making money though. They were fast.
Yeah,
They weren't that
were.
good. Now they weren't that good. They'd miss spots, but they were fast and out. 20 bucks,
and
like
it would-
two of them, and they would be
It
gone.
would make it so you didn't get a ticket from the
Right,
city.
right.
Yeah.
That's all you really care about.
But when
I
was the last time you
personally
heard a
don't
kid knock
care
on your
about
door
the
and
grass
want to
in
mow
my
your yard?
Yeah, but you know what though? I saw a video where like, there's like these guys. There's all these guys who go around like cutting people's yards and stuff.
Yeah, I've
And
seen those.
there's one guy like I seen where like he got in trouble, but the police were called because he was doing someone's yard, and the city doesn't like it when you get free help.
Isn't that
for,
terrible? It's just stupid. That's just stupidity. And I would go, excuse me, but you're an idiot. Sometimes you have to call out that.
Tell
that
those city people to
stupidity.
get underneath my lawnmower.
It was just like people getting in trouble for putting in quarters. I remember I used to do this, and a meter maid told me not to do it, and I would just watch for the meter maid not to be there and do it anyway. Out in front of my brother's store, people would get tickets for, just coming in so they could buy a cigar from my brother. He owned a cigar shop.
Got the meter
And
fairy.
they didn't want to pay $25 just to come in to buy a cigar and leave. They wanted to be out front. So we would go, I'd run out there and put quarters in. Well, this stupid meter maids, by the way, which were on a freaking TV reality show. This one guy, he'd pull his hair back real tight, in a really tight ponytail. He was so
I hate
funny.
those
You thought He was
guys.
so hot. He was awful. He was so greasy. They were all awful.
My hair's
I
pulled
would
back
just
in a
wait for
tight
him to
ponytail.
leave, and I would just stick the quarters in for my brother's customers. Screw those people. What are you gonna? Oh, I'm doing a solid for his people and my brother. Oh, you're gonna arrest me for it? Here you go. Here you go. Just arrest me. You're an idiot. You're stupid.
I'm the
There's people
meter
out
fairy.
here smoking crack in front of you,
You
but you're
see-
gonna arrest me for that. Okay.
Did you ever
Okay,
see
that
the,
makes sense. Cheers.
what was I think it was a Jackass or something? It was the meter fairy. Somebody was going around putting they were dressed as
Yeah.
in a fairy costume,
Yes.
putting quarters into the machines.
That's what I modeled myself after, actually. It's like the meter fairy. It just didn't have the tutu yet.
Did you see that little
Bless
live I
you.
shot last night?
What?
Did you see the little live stream I shot last night?
No, I missed
Okay,
it.
so I was going to shoot a live stream from the bar that me and Sunshine was at, right? And our crew was so fucking unruly, I had to turn it off to like not stream evidence of crime. I am not shitting you at all. And I
Oh
mean,
dear.
the lady, I'm going to say this in the nicest way I can. The ladies that hang out with us, there's a lot
Yeah.
of them, and they do like to drink a lot. They
Women
like to
worse.
dance.
Oh boy.
They like to sometimes take their clothes off and get rowdy, and it gets a little crazy because I mean I only did like 5 minutes, and they're like, "Hey motherfucker, getting real world, woo! Get up here and dance, you son of a bitch!" And I'm like,
Okay.
I'm not going to be able to stream this, am I? Sunshine's sitting right next to me, grabbing him, going, "No, don't do this right now. Don't do this right now." I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, make a different channel and stream it from
Yeah.
there, and not your own, right?
Yeah, so you don't get shut down.
Yeah,
Well,
PV
it's kind of
after
weird
dark.
because
That you
I didn't
didn't
know
care
so many
about.
people that were like local actually watch me and Sunshine. Like I'm over on your channel saying this right now because I know that they're probably not
They're not
watching
watching
this.
me. Yeah.
But
The
it's kind of
safe
funny
zone.
because we showed up at a local bar and everybody was like, "Hey, what are you doing? I saw you on that fucking show. You're so funny. Were you talking about me?" Everybody's like, "Are you talking about me?" And I'm like, "No. I mean, that's going to be
I don't know.
tomorrow."
Are you offering massages?
And right.
Because I might be talking about you in your brown
Well,
skirt.
and Dog Paw saw me, and I was right next to his house. So
Oh, that's
he's like,
funny.
What the fuck? What are you doing over there?" I'm like, "Oh God, quick, sign off, bail."
Yeah, I don't know, man. I try going on my Facebook marketplace, and I just don't get the same hits you get, Paul Vault.
Yeah.
I
we
think
don't- it's
it's
not as
from
fresh.
us watching it week after week,
That could
us
be.
hitting the same things,
The
and we
algorithm.
open it up. I think it's got an algorithm for what we're watching and what we're doing, and it's
Right.
making
Search
it
for more
worse.
massages.
Yep. And hey, listen, I think that's the police. I really do. As a matter of fact, we were talking about that
Oh,
at that
yeah.
party. They were like, "Oh my God, the thing you do with the massages." Everybody likes that. I don't even know what the hell. How'd that even happen? I don't make Facebook, okay?
That
they're like-
one that said "help me."
Yeah.
That freaked me out a little bit. Pole
There's a
vault.
lot of there's a lot of them. There's a lot
That
of them
freaked
though.
me out
She's-
because it
she's
felt like
available.
human trafficking.
No, you know what it is.
She's
You know what it
available.
is.
She wants. She says she's available for you to help her, which means if you have extra time in your day to help her, she would like it very much if you would.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, no, I what I think it means.
No.
I think it means.
I'm just
means
taking
that-
the words literally.
No.
No, what I think it means
Okay,
is
no.
you are some dude that, and they want to be, and they got it to where they're like, okay, what you're gonna do is you're gonna help me out, and we can be friends, and you can talk to me. Oh my God, who knows where this could lead to? Just give me some money now.
A
And,
bathtub
you know,
of ice and a missing.
This
and
is
that-
what that felt like to me. Okay,
That's
it
probably
felt
what that
like the
leads to.
PIMP that set up that whole thing. Right here's the massage thing, and then the girl somehow escaped when that thing was out. And got to the computer and typed in "help me, help me, help me, help me."
Well,
In my sick brain, that's how that works.
I used to think that and stuff, and I was very concerned when I first started seeing it. Then I started doing stuff like taking the pictures of the girls
Yeah.
and like using Google AI,
Yeah.
and it would find who it was. And it's usually like some OnlyFans person or it's usually someone famous,
catfish.
but
Yeah.
not famous, so famous you know who it is. And
Yeah.
and I even alerted one girl. I'm like, hey, listen,
using
you're on
your
your
picture.
Facebook.
Yeah.
You're on your Facebook, and these people are posting pictures of you being available. And she was like a Texas Tech college student. And she's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's good
so
you
they're
said
just
something
grabbing
true.
random pictures and using them as, you know, and the
Right.
more normal it looks, the more likely they think that you are to fall for the situation. But what Justine, can you not see that not being the police? I
Oh,
mean, it's
well,
so
I'm
much.
hoping it is. I'm kind of hoping that
Or
most of it is,
Mm.
you
or
know,
you
or
go to
just basically a scam where they go and take your money.
or
Um,
you go to help them and you end up in a bathtub with some ice and a missing kidney.
well, that's like really bad case scenario. But I'm thinking of the scenario of, so my friend has another friend whose husband during the pandemic got caught up with a fake profile on Instagram, thinking it was a woman, got involved with this woman, and gave her pretty much all of his savings. All of the savings that he and his wife had saved for all of their dreams. They were supposed to buy a home up north and all of this stuff they had planned at retirement. It was their whole retirement money. Well, he gave it up to this chick. Or, well, it wasn't a chick. It ended up being some dude posing as a chick, right? Because it was all Instagram. And, of course, now that relationship is done. So you wonder if it's just fake, you know, just totally fake.
Well, there's a famous
Scam.
dude here in Dallas, and I guess I could say this. It's not like it's going to hurt him anymore. He got caught in a prostitution sting, and he was a famous guy that owned a lot of restaurants here in Dallas, and he got busted in the sting, and his wife left him. His kids wouldn't talk to him,
Yeah.
and he self-terminated. Is that a good way to say it?
Yeah.
The very next day.
Ooh.
And the restaurant, and that happened like 3 or 4 months ago, and the restaurants are all closed down and sitting empty right now. It's really
Oh,
crazy.
blimey.
But I mean, just don't, just
Yeah,
don't.
quite.
I always, I always like wonder why people, if they're going to do something like that, since this is a self-help show. Hey, listen, this is my advice, which is not good advice. But if you're going to
AJ.
cheat on your spouse, just leave. Just leave.
Yeah, of course. That's cool.
Yeah.
Just freaking leave. Don't get insurance money. Don't set them up like the true crime show. Don't do all that shit. And don't do any. Just leave. Damn it.
Cheaters.
Just
Cheaters.
yeah.
That show. My
Oh
God,
man, that was
I
here
used
in
to watch
Dallas.
that
Just,
That was here in Dallas.
just say you're gonna go out for a pack of cigarettes and a gallon of milk, and then don't come back.
Well, no, it's not even. It's not even that
it's
hard. It's just like
kidding.
this isn't working
It's a
out.
joke.
Goodbye.
It's a joke.
It's
Hey, James.
Hey, James.
Hello,
James.
James.
What's up?
I mean, not
Oh.
everyone's a mastermind like James. James would probably have it down.
Oh, to a T with a and a
Right.
dot above the T, even though it's capitalized.
And it's a T.
Yeah. Dotted T. I like the dotted T.
Oh, and that was interesting that what Gemma said, autistic people are prone to getting scammed.
Mm.
And yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Scammers. Oh my God. They try with me all the time. I had one actually call my work phone one day. You know, it's gotten to the point where I just like check the number anymore. I don't even answer. That's why I don't even answer the phone. When I first moved in my last house, I had a phone call, and this was back in the 90s. I had a phone call. The guy said, "You've won a pride trip.
Oh.
If you just give me your social security number," and I laughed at him. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, I'm not. Oh, just the last four numbers." I'm like, "No." Click.
Yeah.
So you never
Really?
fell for a scam?
Actually, I don't think I've fallen for a scam. I've fallen for some phishing things at work, but the biggest thing that happened to me scam wise was the Social Security Administration gave away my Social Security number. Some idiot changed my address and then sent a transcript, and that's a no-no. They're supposed to wait 30 days, and they screwed up. and they gave my social. They let it get stolen. I had to go to the police. I had to report it. I had
Wow.
freezes on my credit. Oh yeah, I still have repercussions from that.
I
They
bought
took
50
out
yard
payday
line
loans on
tickets.
me and all kinds of stuff.
I
Yeah,
bought
it's
50
awful.
yard line tickets to the Dallas Cowboys team back when they were good, and that was a long time ago. But 50 yard for Thanksgiving Day for $100, two of them, and I was so glad. I was like, "Sunshine, we are going to the 50-yard line, Thanksgiving Day, blah blah blah." And my boss said, "Hey, dude, those look real. They look really real. Had Ticketmaster wrote on them. They were look real legit as hell."
Oh,
And I called Ticketmaster, and they're like, "Those are not real."
are not real.
And I was like, "Y'all are gonna give me my money back?" They're like, "Dude, do you not realize you have a ticket with our name wrote on it that we have nothing to do? You're gonna give me my money back." You know, I lost my mind. $100
Hey,
I gave
Denise.
this dude. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's the thing about
That
those.
sucks.
I
Yeah.
bought those they're not. It's kind of like scalping now, but it's not. You can rebuy tickets people have sold online,
Oh yeah.
and I've done that a couple of times for a couple of shows. I did one for a Soundgarden show way back, and I did one for a Robert Plant show. And both times I was looking at the person I was with going, hope they're real. You know,
Yeah, really.
even though we got them off this legit site and everything, it seems legit. We're like, okay, we're hoping they're real. They were. Few. But, you know, we get to see our shows. But,
Yeah.
it was a question there for a
I can't
second.
believe ticket prices lately. Sunshine
Oh,
keeps yelling at me.
Yeah,
She
right?
keeps yelling at me. She's like, listen, it's really cheap to buy $60 tickets. We wanted to go see Pussifer.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, no. We're fixing to go on a vacation. $120 for nosebleed Pussifer tickets
yeah.
at a small theater.
Yeah.
I
that's
mean,
a
we
bummer.
love go seeing big bands at small theaters and stuff. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
the
But
best,
at the same time, I mean, you're not going to see Maynard for $60 with Tool.
No,
Okay.
no.
But
well,
you can sing with Tool. I mean, you can sing with Pussifer, which is
right,
cool,
right.
for $60. But it seems to be is that the cheapest tickets are nowadays? $60.
That is probably
That's
the best
pretty
deal you're gonna
inexpensive.
get.
For Queens of the Stone
Yeah.
Age, and this is at Ford Field, so it's a very large venue. It's it's a football venue. I'm seeing Foo Fighters and Queens of the Stone Age, and I got nosebleed tickets, but I don't care because I just want to hear the music. They were $100 each, and
Okay.
for
Yeah.
those bands, I thought that was okay. And I would take nosebleed seats, and because I'll go see Queens of the Stone Age.
And it's
no
like
matter fucking
$50
what.
for a beer.
But I paid $99. Yeah, well,
Yeah, quite.
at the Fox Theater, a ticket to see Queens of the Stone Age, the Catacomb show, and that was a fabulous show, and I had great seats. And it was only $99, and it wasn't like down in front, but it was. I mean, direct sight to him, no problem seeing the whole band, and he came into the audience, so it was really cool.
Nice.
That whole show for $99 a ticket
Yeah,
at
that's
the
still
Fox
alright.
Theater in Detroit.
It's not
That
bad.
was worth it. So it just depends,
Yeah.
like on the show lately here. How
Well,
much they're
they have the
charging, what it is.
Melvins, and you know that band that Mike Patton's in. It's God
I
Hates a
love the
Coward.
Melvins.
Mr. Bungle.
No, the other one that has that song Tomahawk.
I've not
Yeah,
heard of him.
and he Mike Patton's in this
Oh.
band. Maybe that's the name of the album. I don't know. But they sing this song "God Hates a Coward," and it's Mike Patton from Faith No More, and it's them and the Melvins, and it's $60, and I'm just like, oh man, what is this like the going rate now? You know, $60. Cause like,
Avid Patton, AVTTPTTN.
yeah, Mike
It's
Patton.
Mike Patton and
God Hates a Coward is the song they sing, and I can't. For some reason-
Dwayne Dennison from the Jesus Lizard.
It might be. It
Oh,
might
I
be
love the Jesus lizard.
tomahawk. Yeah, I think it is tomahawk.
Yeah, I've just googled it because I've not heard of them before. But yeah,
What's it called?
tomahawk,
God hates a what?
Coward.
and there's a drummer from Helmet as well, John Stania.
It's really
Yeah,
good. It's a really
tomahawk.
good band.
Oh, and bassist from Melvin/X Cows, Kevin
The Melvins.
Kevin
I love the
Rutmanis.
Melvins. I love the Melvins. One time I saw the Melvins and didn't know it was
Oh,
the
definitely look them
Melvins,
up.
and it was. I was like, wow, check out this band. They're really cool.
Yeah, I got that deep when I was 16. I got this album called, it's a compilation. It was my introduction to the whole grunge thing. It's called Deep Six, and it's got the Melvins, Malfunction, which was like some like part of Mother Love Bone before it was Mother Love Bone. It had Soundgarden on it. It had Green River. All these crazy bands. So yeah, I got really into the Melvins. I love them.
I went and seen Metallica Pantera a few years ago. That was $700 a ticket. $748.
Oh no way!
God.
Oh,
Oh,
insane.
shit.
And that was at
Welcome, Man-Child Protective Service.
Ford Field.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
some of those concerts at Ford Field can get crazy. Like I know,
Oh my
like they had Guns N' Roses. My friend went to see that, and those tickets. I mean, not $740, but they were $200, and I said, no, nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
You
James.
need that much to go see them. I'm
James,
sorry.
your mic is way hot too. By the way.
Gotcha.
And you're not that
Better?
bad looking either.
Thanks. Oh,
I paid about $100 for Nine Inch Nails, Jane's Addiction, and Street Sweeper. Whatever the fuck that was. I don't know. It was some like Tom Morello side band or whatever.
Sounds
But I
right.
paid like $100 for that. It was what you call Pine Knob at the time. It was DTE Energy Center.
Yeah, we always call it Pine Knob.
And
That's
it
why
was
they
the
just
lawn.
went back to Pine Knob because
It
everybody
was-
here said no.
You'd have
It
to.
was
Pine
the
Knob.
lawn. It was the lawn, and it was
Oh, it's
terrible. It was the middle of the day, and so you could barely see Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, I saw Soundgarden and Nine Inch Nails at Pine Knob, but I saw it in the Pavilion, and that was one of the shows that I got the scalp tickets from. But I got a good deal on those. I only paid $70 a piece, and I was like 6th row. So, as for I got a deal on that. That's why I thought it was. I thought I was gonna walk in there and they're
me and
like, "I'm sorry,
Sunshine-
ma'am, those are fake."
Me and
But they were
Sunshine
real.
saw the Downward
Nice.
Spiral.
Oh,
and
nice.
and we were right. I mean, we were as close as you could be because it was the floor. It wasn't like any seating.
Hey,
It
Sunshine.
was like mass chaos, beating people down stuff. And me and Sunshine were pretty young, and this band came on stage that we'd never heard of called Marilyn Manson.
Oh
and,
yeah.
And
Yeah.
he came out and stuck a beer bottle up his ass and jumped around the stage and pulled it out.
Guy's a
And when
freak,
it did,
man.
beer shot out all over the crowd. And I was like, oh, man, I'd have so kicked that dude's ass if I'd have been up there. Who is that guy? And they're like, it's Marilyn Manson, man.
Well,
I'm
that's like
"Get-
a Cramps throwing up on people, or Gigi Allen
crazy,
taking
man.
poop and
Was
flinging it. I mean,
Was it like L7? I think they threw their tampons and stuff at the crowd. Their
Yeah.
bands and shit.
there's a few crazy things. There's bands that would spit on you. I remember back in the day. This was back in the 80s. We had it was Kurt's friend Andre, who thought he was cool and wanted to go see Gigi Allen and kept trying to get Kurt to go see it. And finally Kurt relented, but he was like, I am not standing in the front because I know what that guy's
At
going to
least-
do.
at
He's
least
going
wear
to
a
bleed on me.
poncho.
He's going to puke on me. He's going to poop on me. Screw that, man.
Yeah, wear a raincoat. It's like going to a Gallagher show, but worse.
Oh, way worse. Yeah, bodily function Gallagher show. It's no watermelons, man. I've been to a Gallagher show. That stuff. It's so
Is that the
gross.
comedian guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the
Right.
bald
Yeah.
guy with the long hair,
Yeah.
and he would smash the fruit at the end, and people would have plastic on them and
Yeah, I've
stuff.
seen that.
And it was
Mr.
really young when
Sledgehammer.
I went to the
I
show. I
remember
was like
that.
12, and I was far enough back. I didn't get anything on me.
Did you
but
know
the
there's like 12 of them?
stench, the
Did you know
stench
there's
of
like
that
12
place.
Gallaghers? They
Yeah,
weren't all
that
the
was
same guy.
Weird, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
they were one like his
Strange.
brother and
Yeah.
all this, and there, I
What?
hear there's still a Gallagher now, and he's not with us any longer, and there's still a Gallagher.
That's weird. Yeah, no,
Yeah, it's weird.
I saw the real
wow.
Gal, the original, and he before he died, like years
Yes.
before he died. But the
So, have they
stench
toured
in
at the
that
same-
place was disgusting.
Have they toured at the same time, or have they just like passed the baton each time one of them bites the dust? Or
It was more. They got to suing each other and stuff.
Oh my God.
You should look it up. It's really
Shit.
Gallagher.
it's
Yeah,
really
that's
kind
a
of
whole
crazy.
weird
Oh, wow.
thing.
Yeah, and when he
Today
wasn't
on
singing,
Gallagher Court.
Hills and Nash, it was like that was his sidekick too,
Yeah.
side job.
blimey.
Weird.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, that
Like,
whole
all you
Gallagher
needed
thing
back then. All you needed back then was a gimmick. That's all you needed, just a gimmick. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there
Hmm.
was some. I'm trying to think of like some
What,
seriously
is,
good.
what does he
comedians from
do?
Back
He
then.
tells
Richard
jokes.
Pryor.
What else? What else does he do? He smashes watermelons with hammers. Okay, now I'm in.
See, I like
That's a
Richard Pryor
joke.
and Eddie
That's-
Murphy
yeah,
and
that's
stuff
the
like
hook.
that. I wasn't really I mean, it was. I was 12, you know, and my brother could take me to that type of comedy. It wasn't like, you know.
I mean,
I'll
Gallagher
tell you
was
who
take a
I-
kid to
I
like
tell you
Richard
who I
Pryor.
would have liked to see was the Amazing Jonathan.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the Amazing Jonathan? He's a
No.
magician, comedian, and
I
like he
have.
does
No.
all kinds of like there's like he's got like an assistant and like he's stabbing her with like scissors, like all sorts of different things. And it's hilarious. It's awesome. He's not with us anymore either, but
So the conversation has now devolved into comedy, which isn't a bad thing. It's kind of a good thing.
we've made progress.
I think devolving into comedy is a positive thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Personally,
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Does anybody,
We
rem-
moved-
it is.
does anybody
moved
remember
through-
Stephen Wright?
Yes.
right.
Oh man, I only ever saw a
real
couple of his
stoic-
routines, but they were hilarious.
Yeah,
I
the
loved him,
stoic
yeah.
guy.
Him and
Absolutely
Mitch
brilliant.
Hedberg.
I think
Mitch
the guy
Hedberg
cracked
is-
me up the most was Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald.
Oh, I
just-
miss
and it could be
Norma.
such a stupid joke, but I would just laugh
Oh.
until I cried. It was
He was the master of SNL news.
yeah.
He was the best Saturday Night Live news guy, and he was only
He was
on for
guilty.
one season.
Of murder and just this constant like
It was so
peppering
funny.
O.J. Simpson.
And he
Really-
did this. He did the voice of a cartoon. It was Mike Tyson Adventures on
Yeah,
Adult
yeah.
Swim.
Oh my
And
Pigeon.
He was the pigeon.
and he was the duck or something.
You know,
He's
he's the pigeon.
Oh, the pigeon.
Yeah.
The pigeon. That's it. He was the best. It was the best character.
Hey Hugh.
It's and he would do
Yeah,
something.
you.
I mean, how's
Hey,
it
you.
funny?
Excuse me.
Hey, you,
Ew.
bro.
Dude,
He would
Hey,
say,
you.
he looked
Let's
at
all
this one
say-
guy. I forget who. Oh, it was David Spade. He looked at David Spade
Yeah.
and said, 9/11. And David Spade started cracking up, and he's like, "Why are you cracking up?" And that was the funny part about it. He's like, "Oh my God, there's people like watching you right now." He's like, "Stop this!" And it was just that Norm Macdonald thing that it was. He knew
That's
what
good.
was going
I
to
like
happen before it happened.
He could
Mm.
he could
You
take
know?
you on a 10-mile hike just to show you a dog turd.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that one.
That's good.
That where he's like my grandfather said, "See that building? I built that building. Do they ever say there's the guy that built the building? No. See the airplane? I invented the airplane. They ever say this is the guy that built the airplane? No. hey, there's the highway. I built the highway. They ever say, there goes the guy that built the highway? But you screw one goat, and they're like, hey, there goes the goat fucker. And I was just like, oh my God. And you weren't expecting it to come along, and it was just like, it was timing and the way you do things.
Oh, we're back to
Delivery.
screaming goats again.
The one comedian that I've seen in the last 10 years that I can recall is Josh Blue. I took Kurt to see Josh Blue. He's got cerebral palsy, and he's hysterical. That guy. In fact, there was a girl in the audience with cerebral palsy that was heckling him.
Oh my God.
It was a
Right.
trip.
Yeah, that would have been. That would have been.
So she's
Bob-
heckling him, and he's heckling her back, and she was like right in the front too. We were like, "Whoa, this is
That would be
crazy."
like the most offensive part of the show, right? Two like people with so like
It's kind of crazy. He's like, and he was like, "Why is this chick with cerebral palsy? How do you think it's like, you know?" And he was like, "What do you think? Like your experience has to be mine? Like what the hell is this? Why are we doing this?" You know?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And actually, we got to meet him after the show, and he looked like
Oh, cool.
visibly pissed off that he had to deal with that shit. I felt really bad for him. Plus, we had an ice storm, and it was not
Oh.
easy getting around. So,
Yeah, that can put anybody in a bad mood instantly.
yeah, put me
Yeah.
in a bad mood. I can walk, and I fell on my knee that night. It was terrible. It was
Oh, I hate
awful.
that ice
Oh
shit.
my
Yeah.
God. I had the shittiest sneeze. I smashed that sucker. And I fell in front of a bunch of people. I'm in downtown Royal Oak, Michigan. I fell in front of a bunch of people. Do you think anybody, like, are you okay? No. They just started passing by me, and I was yelling at them, like, how dare you?
Yeah, that's just it. Oh man.
Sounds about
guy-
right.
With you people?
Some guy be pointing a phone at you going, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
Jade had a great
What an
stream
asshole.
today about what's wrong with are people okay? I took it as what's wrong with people. But
Yeah.
are people okay, right? And
No.
I you know, that's one of the things that it reminds me of. You can't even ask somebody when they fell, are you okay?
Yeah.
I do
that's
that.
just-
There was a guy
Yeah.
downtown. I remember I was still working downtown years ago, and he was an older black guy, and it had rained really heavy, and there were puddles like a lake everywhere, and he tripped and he almost fell into a puddle, and I ran to catch him. I mean, he's just a dude. He tripped. He's an old guy. He needs help. I'm like, are you okay? He's like, yes, I'm fine. Did anybody do that for me? No. Like, what is wrong with you people?
Well,
Yeah.
y'all do know I'm a bad person, right? So I'm usually the guy who laughs at that shit. Because like there was these 3 kids on the down the park the other day, and they were on those electric dirt bikes, right? And they're going down, they're terrorizing the whole park with these
Thank you,
electric
Jeremy.
motorcycles, right? and the kid was just terrorizing. They're just being assholes. And one of
I'm
the
warming
kids,
to this story already.
yeah, and then one of the kids wrecked and ate shit. And I swear, I think I felt milk come out of my nipples. I laughed so freaking hard. I was like, fucking karma just happened in my face. Oh my God. And he was crying. He was a teenager. He was a teenager, like 16. And the fact that he got up and he was like, ooh, I was like, oh, yes. Yes. Cry. Cry. And I mean, the whole
come
park
back
was
to-
like, yay.
You pull up a mug, you're like, here, let me get those tears.
And the thing was, is his 2 asshole buddies was like right behind him going, Jonathan, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, no, he's not. He fucking ate shit because he was an asshole. Ha!
See,
Nelson laughed.
oh shit! I warmed to the story, and then it got to a certain point, and I'm like, no, this is too much. I'm back to this is going to be too much now.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
The
amazing.
end.
Justine, you're muted.
yeah, just
You're muted. You're
Hello?
talking. You're muted.
That's weird. Okay, I unmuted myself and it muted me back up. It hates me. Shut up, Justine. No. So in my old house, there was this family, and they had like, it wasn't dune buggies, but they were like dune buggies. They were these little caged in electric cars that they had put together. And this kid, he was like 10 to 11, and he's racing up and down the street, making all kinds of noise, being super obnoxious, right? And he's driving this thing, and he's not being safe, and he's turning corners really fast. Well, he gets to the end of the street, turns the corner really fast, and flips it. And you hear him go, oh, fight it, you know?
Yeah.
You couldn't really see him right down the street. I didn't want to make a show of it, so I didn't run out there. But then all of a sudden I see Dad running down the street. I'm like, karma.
Yeah, no, it happens.
That's where
every now and then.
that's where you come out with your phone and you're just recording it. And it could be like a horrible accident just happened.
This
You're
was
like,
a long time. It was before I had a phone. That's how long ago that was. It was before the iPhone came out.
Back then, if you would have recorded that like on a video and sent it to like America's Funniest Videos,
yeah.
you probably won some money.
Yeah.
I know.
Little kid eats shit. Next
I had
to America's Funniest Videos.
I had another fun. I used to
They
have
would have added
neighbors.
sound effects to it and everything.
I don't know what the hell they were doing, but they would have wild and crazy like things happen at 3 a.m. The people that used to live next door to my old house, they would fight in the basement. You would hear them.
Yeah,
it was
that's
so
cool.
loud that they were guys that lived
Gary,
there that
bro.
would fight each other. It was like we
Gary.
thought it was like Fight Club, but anyway, this one particular night, this woman that they had in their home, I don't know what she was high on, not sure. She was high on something. She stopped, she ran down the street, stopped in front of my house. My dog, I had a little like Staffordshire Terrier, and her name was Gina, and she was sitting in the bay window and just sitting there like guarding the house. She would do that, watch outside, and this woman started barking at my dog.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And so my dog in turn barked at her, and I've got this dog, and Gina never barked at night. She would just watch, you know. And all of a sudden I got Gina barking, and I'm like, what the hell? And I go to the window, and there's this chick barking at my dog. I'm like, what? I was very confused. You know, I'm like, do I call the police? Do I let this play out? So I started letting it play out. She finally ran down the street, and I'm thinking, well, the cop shop is a block away. I've got a cop that lives at that corner. I think he's going to realize something. And then all of a sudden, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Like 2 minutes later, we're like, yeah. And then here comes the boyfriend running down the street.
Oh, jeez.
He had
Oh, no.
he somehow
neighbors.
explained it out that he got her out of jail. Somehow. I don't know how, but he did. And
The neighbors have dogs, and I have like a little squeaky from a squeaky toy, and I like to like go by the window and just go squeak, 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 and then dogs just start barking and just set them up at random hours in the night. Just
oh, that's awesome.
Woof.
That's awesome.
My dogs are so dangerous because they used to bark at people, but now they get real low, and they're just like, and I guarantee you could walk into my house and be way deep in my house before they
Stalk you.
would get you bad. They're like English bulldogs, and they're just. But the thing is you know, the bad thing is our oldest one is just getting everybody though, like my brother.
She's
and,
old.
yeah,
That's...
and people are like, you need to put her down. Like I'll put you down. What the hell's wrong with you?
No, just don't touch. Hey, I had friends up north when I lived up there in Hubbard Lake. They had a dog named Guido that was half wolf. And first of all, those dogs that are half wolf are a little bit nuts anyway, you know? But
Kinda.
Guido, you could not approach. He was so old. He was coming on 20 years old, that dog. And the wolf, he was huge. He was massive. It was like dire wolf.
I was going to say wolves are big anyway, aren't they?
Yes, and this dog looked like a German. She was half German Shepherd, half wolf.
More a small pony than a dog.
Looked like a German Shepherd, but he was big like a wolf. And he had a wolf attitude, and you couldn't approach him. He was Guido. You just left him alone. The family was fine, but and I was really good friends with that family for years and gone over there all the time. You didn't approach Guido. Just leave him alone. No. He was just so old. And he died soon after that. He was just a 20-year-old dog, man.
Well, ours is Maggie.
20-year-old wolf.
She
Yeah.
can't see. Well,
Old.
she's the English bulldog, and not the short one, the taller one. And her head is this big. Okay, and she's blind, and she's old, and And I told Sunshine at one time, I said that's the only breed of dog we're ever going to have, and she's probably the third one. But I cannot deal with dogs dying every 10 years. It's just
I
too
know, I
much.
hear you. It's why I got cats, man.
Well, like Chunk, I don't know what. I think I'm not even kidding y'all. Y'all won't believe this, but I think a Chihuahua got to the English Bulldog sexually, and we had Chunk.
Who put them up to it?
And I don't know. But,
Chihuahua.
I don't know what he is.
Did
We
they
don't
have
know how it
steps?
even happened. See, here's the thing. We got the dog fixed, okay?
Yeah.
And we never worried about it. She was even with another. She even had another English bulldog for like a pair, right? He died off, and then one day she comes in. I'm like, Sunshine, I think she's got like a tumor or something. She's got cancer or something. She's like bloating in her belly. Should we take her to the vet and stuff? And we were like, let's
pregnant.
take her in and have her checked out. They're like, yeah, she's pregnant. And this is after like she was like 7, 8 years old, and they only lived to be like 10, and she had Chunk. And she was fixed. I was like, y'all fixed her. Y'all had the paperwork. Y'all fixed this dog.
Yeah, so give me my money back for that. At least.
People are, but people get all upset and stuff. That happened to Sunshine.
Chunk is the love child.
It was like, because Sunshine was supposed to not be able to have another child because of, things that got done and stuff.
I'll tell you what about
she
that.
got pregnant immediately.
Yeah.
Justine, the two of our daughters could not be any closer together. And they said that it was impossible. They said it's impossible.
No. You know what? That's BS, because the same exact thing happened to a woman I knew way back in the 90s. She had nine boys.
Holy shit.
Her husband would leave her alone. Nine boys. She went and got her tubes tied because he wouldn't get it done. So she went and got her tubes tied. What happened? Immediately, she got pregnant with a 10th child. It was a boy. Oh!
Maybe stop
Poor
having
woman.
sex. Maybe it's not the problem that your tubes
or
are
a different
here's
way.
the problem.
untied.
It wasn't that. I have to explain to you in DMs what this relationship was.
I don't know what the
was an
relationship
issue.
was. I just hear 10
I
children.
would never
I'm like,
be in a
"Stop
type of
making
relationship
babies."
that this was. Okay,
Maybe the other-
part of it was religious.
maybe the
okay,
other
that's
person-
part of it.
Yeah,
Part of it
maybe the
was
other
that
person
they were
should've got
very,
snip,
very
snip.
Catholic, and he was Lebanese. And a
boy.
Lebanese Catholic is like an
Sperm
Roman Catholic Italian. You just don't. They don't do anything.
Well, no wonder nothing worked. I mean, shit. I mean,
Oh my God, it
Every
was a
sperm
mess.
is
Yeah.
It's like, that's what you get. See, don't mess with that stuff. Rules. No Italian. Get away from me.
What is it?
Stop fucking.
stuff going on.
I had
God.
anxiety and stress and PTSD last night myself. My life sucked so bad. I ate a piece of pizza for the first time in months and months and months. I had bread or any carbs,
Yeah.
and I felt like I'd just killed somebody. I was like, oh man, I can't believe I. But we were at a bar. You know, you're at a
Yeah.
bar and everybody's having a good time, and they're like, okay, here's the menu. You know,
mean-
and it was like, you know, one piece of pizza is not going to do it, but I know it's going to.
I mean, it's
Look,
the next
exactly.
best thing.
And
the
It's the
you
next
know
best
what
thing
else?
to actually killing someone at the bar without actually killing someone at the bar.
Well, I'm just
Well-
trying not to have to take like medications when I go into the doctor, because I can't. If they said, "Hey, Ozempic was like this pill or something," I'd be like, "Okay."
They do
whatever.
have a pill form of it
Well,
now, though, I hear.
my doctor said, yeah, it's, but he's wanting me to take this other stuff that he said there's like not as many side effects. But I can't be around needles. I will lose my mind. I will lose my fucking mind. And there's no way that I'm giving myself a shot in the belly with a needle. That's just not
Yeah,
gonna-
well, I
not
don't
that
blame you.
bad.
And diabetes sucks,
Yeah,
and having
no.
to take any of
I
that
do it
crap
every night.
sucks.
I
do
do
it
that.
every
No,
night.
no, it's the Ozempic. That's how you took the Ozempic at the time. But I like I said, I think I'm on my way to losing 30 pounds in 3 months. So when I go in, he's gonna have to be like, okay, and then I can go back to eating and stuff.
Well, if they try to put you on anything, ask them for a pill form, because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah,
they
yeah.
have some of this stuff in pill form. I had an ex that took that stuff, and he took
And
it.
if
in
you don't
pill
like the
form.
pill form, you can have it in suppository form.
I was just wondering if they had it in like snort form. Do they have any drugs in snort form anymore? It's just not, you know, there
Why
was
are
just
there
not
no
a.
recreational
There
drugs?
just
in
wasn't a lot of drugs
suppository,
in
though?
snort form. You know, you never noticed that you went and they were like, oh, here's some cough medicine. Do 2 lines every 3-4 hours and get back to us, you know.
What was this thing I saw the other day that it had like the ingredients of like some cough medicine, and it was like cocaine and heroin and
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I just, you know, did people? This is the first time I'm really even thinking about this. But so, did people snort like meth and cocaine because they couldn't get it in pill form or something? What, you know?
Oh,
Or
it gets into your bloodstream quicker.
Okay, well, if
Yeah.
it gets into your bloodstream quicker, why aren't we snorting more drugs?
Well, because it's not the proper way of doing it. It gets into your system
Nosebleeds,
too fast,
I mean-
and then it
That-
messes with your whole bloodstream and gives you
Yeah,
other
it's
side effects.
Respiratory issues.
It interacts with your whole body
It's-
differently, and it goes through different, very,
Very invasive
sensitive
to
and
mucous membrane.
absorbent passages, like
Yeah.
your nasal
Respiratory, your
passages.
sinuses.
Okay.
I'd
well,
always
you know.
drink it, but
Oh,
like friends of mine would
Paris-
use the snort speed, and then they say like it just dribbles down your throat after that and just
Yeah.
tastes because it tastes disgusting, right? So then you just
Disgusting.
and I'm like, oh god, no! I'd just put it in
That's
like water or
post nasal.
I
It's
don't.
like
I
a
don't
fire
ants
snort
making
anything.
it
Just,
trail.
just boof it.
That's dripping down your
Yeah.
throat.
Look at
It's
this
post nasal.
tiny nose. No,
If it's
I
good
saw,
enough for Brett Kavanaugh,
when I saw Queens of the Stone Age with the Catacombs show, Paris Jackson opened for them, and I had seen an interview with her just before the show, and she said when she sings, she gets a whistle because she has she used to be a cocaine addict badly, and she has holes in her
Oh,
sinus passages, and it
Septum.
causes this
Nasal
her
septum.
and it causes this terrible
Straight
whistle
up.
for her. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
god.
so she's like, kids, this is really no judgment. I'm just saying
Mm.
this is what it can do to you. So
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
me as an
And-
example.
Just
You
ask
know-
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah,
and-
exactly.
you know,
No
there's-
thanks. I don't want that. Yuck.
Yeah.
fun story. So like I was doing some coke with a friend, and so there was like it was probably about like 2 hours after I had done a line. I was putting on eyeliner, and I with the brush I poked the very corner of my eye, and it opened up my sinuses, and I got a second rush. Like you would not believe that shit went
ah,
right through my sinuses, and I was like,
oh,
for another 6 hours after that. Like,
Wow.
oh, jeez.
Oh boy.
Jacobs!
No.
That shit hangs
Yeah.
around for a while in
That's-
places you wouldn't even expect.
Yeah, it sticks up in there.
I mean, that's
now-
hardcore. Fuck it.
I don't know if this is true. Now, tell me if it's not true, but I heard rumor that the lead singer of the Counting Crows, he took acid and it like stayed in his fat or something and he can't stop tripping.
Nah, it'd be nice, but I'm gonna call
I don't know if it's true.
face on that.
I've heard the aspect of like taking too much acid in it, and eventually it like stays dripping down your spine. I don't know if that's true either, but
Wait,
I don't
isn't it like kind of
know.
like what Ozzy had, like like part of his spinal problems was from all of his drugs, kind of like moving to his spine. Like
What I would
Yeah,
think
I-
it wouldn't be
we're
the
not
drug.
doctors.
yeah.
The drug
None
would
of us are
actually.
doctors.
I heard
Actually,
it from
I
a
am.
precarious source, so I just wondered
Yeah,
if anybody had heard about that.
What-
I have a
looked it
friend
up
that
or
knows
anything.
about. I have a friend that knows about acid, and I'm just going to tell you, he may have done a little bit, and it never came back to him. He told me.
A friend.
Yes, he told me.
A friend.
He's like
Someone
an
who
expert on
isn't
the
me
issue.
swim.
yeah. Doug,
I-
what are you a
Close
doctor in?
friend, huh?
I'm a PharmD,
Oh, blimey.
a doctor of pharmacy. I retired a long time ago.
Oh, right.
I spent 22 years doing it clinically.
Oh,
And what would
so-
happen was the drug would eventually, the drug has a half-life and it's going to go away. You're going to, depends on how lipophilic it is, meaning how fat soluble it is. If it's very highly fat soluble, it's going to stay in your system a lot longer. And that's why
Right.
THC stays in your system for like 30 days,
Right.
is because it's very highly lipophilic. And so with
Ah.
any drug like that, like you're talking about with this thing with like Ozzy and stuff, is that the drug itself is gone, but the damage has already taken place. And so sometimes the damage can progress and keep going, even though the drug is gone, because that's just the physiology behind it. And so it depends. Everybody's different, and the physiology is different with different people. There's called idiosyncratic responses, and that will be different with from one person to the other. So,
Right.
but something that is no matter how, whether it's water soluble or fat soluble, it's going to eventually be a non-factor because of the concentration is going to be depleted over time.
Right.
So
So I'd heard something about the reason that people get flashbacks and like potentially under stress is because of it being fat soluble, and then the fat gets burnt as a stress response, and then that releases some of the stored LSD. But I don't know how true that is, or
I've heard that too, though, Limey.
there might be something to that. I don't know one, I can't really comment on that one way or the other because it does seem somewhat valid, but there's a lot to that kind of response. Is so much unknown. There's a lot of different neurotransmitters are involved too, and what they call second messengers.
okay.
Wouldn't my friend be tripping balls though if he was losing weight?
Yeah, like what if you go to the gym
Yeah.
and like you're just on the treadmill, you're just like,
Yeah.
holy shit, a dragon.
I'm just saying, my friend's been losing some weight lately, and he'd be tripping balls. I'm just gonna say that because I know
Well,
that
I
really
think
well.
that
It's like standing in front of a mirror, you're just like,
the operative word there is a stress. it's a stress response, not necessarily an exercise thing, right? When you're
Yeah, but it's-
exercising, it generally lessens your stress.
But
So
it's
if it's a
still-
stress response and it might be different, and that's what we're talking about anyway.
Well,
Coming full
but
circle.
whether or not it's a stress that really like makes whether it makes you feel good or not, it's still stress. I mean, it's still, like your
Yeah,
blood's
but it's
pumping.
different
You're
stress.
still
There's different responses to different types of stress. There's good stress, like you said, and there's bad stress. And what I'm talking about is responses to bad stress,
Right.
not good stress. good stress is one thing, and then
Well-
you can be tired from good stress. Okay. And that might be not such a positive thing, but it can be too, because you can get better sleep from exercising.
But thinking,
See what I'm saying?
along the lines of if the acid burns up with the fat and activates in that in that line of thinking, then practically anything that would cause you to sweat
No.
would probably cause you to trip.
Yeah, but
No,
I'm saying that's not necessarily true.
Boomer's
That
saying
what you're
that
saying is not necessarily true. It's not
someone
burned in the
tripping
same
might
way.
be seeing dead squirrels in the lawn. I'm not putting up with that, Boomer. Is that some kind of accusation? What the hell?
I think it might be referring to shredded squirrel, Paul, but
Shredded squirrel.
squirrel shushami.
I don't-
No, I said that wrong.
Yeah.
It's-
I've had friends take too much acid and never be the same again.
Yeah.
I've had other friends take way too much acid and they're lawyers. So, like you said,
lawyers
it depends on
do
your
lots of
physiology,
drugs.
Doug. Exactly. And the person that you are and what you can handle. And you don't
Lawyers
really
are-
know what you can
Gotta
handle.
use
until
those
you do
Lawyers-
it.
hundreds
Well-
of notes or something.
Way back before I went to pharmacy school, and way back in the 70s, I did take acid. So and I came out fine, but I didn't do it all the time. So
Yeah, and the
Mhm.
people that I knew that the one guy that I knew got messed up, it was his very first time, but he was warned it was strong and not to take a lot of it, and he took a lot of it. And so that's what did it to him.
Well, the one thing I can remember that I would never do ever again, and this was probably about 1974. I played a show on acid, and it's like I'm never gonna do that shit again. Because, I mean,
I know, right? And,
Yeah,
well, especially on a song you just learned that week, and
Yeah.
and suddenly then you can't even remember. Magically you're playing the song, but you're supposed to be the one singing it.
I don't know how anybody can function regularly in this dimension on any type of that kind of hallucinogen.
It depends on how
mushrooms
good it
or
was,
acid.
Depends.
I did,
LSD.
Because I've seen
did-
some where you didn't even know you were on it hardly, And then I've seen some where I sat down and watched a speaker and I was watching Ted Nugent's Stranglehold and colors were coming out of the speaker into my face.
Yeah.
I did
Well,
a.
Kurt said one time he took some acid.
Wait, that was
and
my
then he was
friend.
driving and he's sitting at the light and the traffic light melted and he pulled over into a parking lot, parked his car, and walked home.
That's a good idea.
I did a.
Not
I was
driving.
doing,
Sensible.
I was doing
No.
a stand-up thing. I was doing a open mic stand-up, and one of the comedians out of the parking lot, he was like, "Hey, you want to do a dab?" I'm like, "Sure." So I did a dab, and then it was my turn to go up. I stood up there for 5 minutes, and I just stared. That was just a dab. That was just a dab of weed.
That was
that
just
was
a
all it was.
dab.
And I was just like,
Huh?
I had a
Crickets,
cookie
like-
from California turn into what felt like a mushy trip. It was crazy because I consider myself a cosmonaut, and he was like, "It's really strong. Watch out." I'm like, nah, it's fine. And I ate the whole thing, and he's like, "Don't do that." I'm like, "No, it's good." And then I started scrolling through a tablet or something. I'm looking, then I got this subliminal message that said, "This is not good for you." And I almost got sick to my stomach. And then I started seeing rainbows, shooting stars, and I'm like, shit, David wasn't lying.
Off of weed?
Yeah.
It was weed. Well, he told me it was. He was from L.A. He
Well,
brought
some
it from
people
one of
just
his
sent for that
dispensaries.
shit.
I've never
It
had
was
anything
more
that strong
weed.
since then.
Yeah.
We were at one of our events, and this guy ate one gummy. One gummy. And because he had his mind fucked up already, like, hey, drugs are bad, I'm going to do one gummy and I'm
Oh,
going to go
yeah,
into
yeah.
space and stuff.
Yeah.
He shit it. He ate one gummy. He shit all over himself. He threw up. He went into convulsions. They called an ambulance. Now, if I would have been, I was the crew chief. If I'd have been down there, I'd have been kicking him in his ass. I'm not even kidding you.
Was
I
this a
would
weed
not have called
gummy?
it. It was weed. Okay. And
jeez.
it's
Wow.
freaking and they took him to the hospital, and and the people who like hired us to do the job, the main thing of the whole convention was like, what the hell, y'all got guys down here on heroin and shit, and it was in California, so it was legal, and this was after the show, but still they called and he got into the hospital, and the doctor was like, what? You're on THC, son. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
He's like, it hurts. Hey, he got into the van. He got into the van. We came and picked him up because he's still working for us, so we're responsible for him. He came and got in the van. He's like, I'm just glad that the pain is over. I'm just glad that the pain is over. Hey, dude. I just started beating the shit out of this dude in the car, in the van, going down the road. I'm like, you fucking idiot! He's lucky he was in the front seat and I couldn't get a good shot at him, man. I was so mad. I was so mad.
You have to be. Your
I'm so mad.
headspace means every.
I'm so mad.
THC is a very mild hallucinogen. Okay.
Yeah.
You
He
have to
said he
keep
was in
that-
pain. He was like, I just had to make the pain stop.
He's
I'm like, you're an
normally in
idiot.
pain. Well, that guy
Huh?
puts himself in pain.
Oh, it was all in his mind.
It's
It was all in his
right.
mind.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to be in a
Absolutely.
good mental state.
Absolutely.
Can't
I
be
couldn't
like-
believe that you could make your mind do that kind
Absolutely.
of thing. I mean, he diarrheaed all over himself and threw up
Oh.
off of one gummy. And I'm like, how can you even make that happen? How can you even do that?
That's
Yeah, it's possible. The
Look
second
at
time
this.
the second time I ever got stoned, the first time I got stoned, and it was like kind of mild, but the second time I got stoned was it was called Meshmacon, and it was like I'd never heard this before, and I really haven't heard much about it since. But this stuff was really strong. I think I took like 6 tokes. I was stoned for 3 days.
Whoa.
I was 13
Wow.
years. I was 13 years
Wow.
old. So,
Okay.
That's.
but I was so stoned, and I was like, then I had to go home and act normal.
That's the
Hey,
worst,
look.
isn't it?
Yeah,
I got
well,
really stoned one time with a boyfriend and then had to go to work, and I never did that again. I was like, ugh, God. Anyway.
Yeah.
When I first started getting stoned, I didn't know I was stoned. I was like, this is not affecting me. Hey, man, can I have some of those chips? God, you're so funny, dude.
I
I
gotta
had
get
no
to,
idea.
I got to get to the part where
Yeah.
I was getting to about the pain part. I left
Oh,
that
yeah.
part out.
Oh.
Okay, so I knew, there was no question I was stoned. I was so fucking stoned. And there was this Jimi Hendrix "Are You Experienced" was playing, and the last track on that album was "Are You Experienced," and it goes, and I was like, I had my head down on the table, and all I could feel was knives at my neck. And
Whoa.
I was just tripping, and my uncle comes walking in from lunch and sees that and he looks at my aunt who got me stoned, and he was so fucking pissed. He was just like started screaming at her because I was 13 years old. And
Yeah.
so I'm in this fucking trance just going, and my friend is with me. So eventually my uncle goes back to work. We go up to town, and my friend goes into the store to get something, and he comes back out to this from the inside the store, and he looks at me and goes, "What the fuck is wrong with your neck?" My neck was just fucking red, like a rope had been around my neck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was like hallucinating this whole fucking thing, but it was like it was turning out to be a physical thing that was actually appearing, you know?
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Hey, Rachel Aloha. That's now, do you think it was psychosomatic, or do you think
Oh yeah,
something-
fuck yeah! It was all in my fucking mind. Everything that was going on in my mind was actually, it was manifesting on my body.
Yeah, that's crazy. See
Yeah,
how,
that's
the
how powerful
mind-
our minds are.
Exactly. It is. And that's kind of my whole point with this, the response, these odd responses to stress, anxiety, and PTSD is that your mind is a powerful thing.
Absolutely.
And it can hook into pretty much anything, right? Emotionally. So it's all normal. This is what humans do to survive.
Right.
It's a response. It's a survival response.
Yeah.
Like it will pass. What worked for me to stop it, and
Right.
it hasn't. It's only happened once or twice since then. It goes right away because I recognize it now. Yeah, you tell yourself you're safe, you're good, everything's fine, you know, and nothing's bad, nothing bad is happening, you're fine. And all of a sudden it went right away. You know, that for me worked. I also have to do that sometimes with, I had a little panic attack. I smoked way too much weed in Amsterdam once. And I had a panic attack, right? And well, I started to, and I did the same thing, and I calmed right down.
Yeah.
That will calm me. It just talk yourself off the ledge type of deal.
Exactly.
I'm able to do that. Some people can't. But if you are able to do that, tell yourself you're safe. And usually that response, if it's not too extreme, will go away. And you'll
I just
be
need a
okay.
toilet. You know, I just need a toilet, and I can.
Some people have no reaction at all.
Yeah, people used to come get me all the time to go party. I mean, when I was young. From when I was young, they're like, go get pole vault. It's time to party.
Lori.
And the reason why
Lori.
is it seemed to be no matter how much, whatever drugs, alcohol, whatever we were on, I still had a level enough head to say,
Lori.
hey, George, you cannot fly. Do not jump off the
Right.
side of the house. Hey, this is a bad idea. Let's not go down to the police station and tell them how we feel. Let's not.
Right,
And
right.
and so people would come get me, and I would have to stop them from doing dumb shit all the time. But I could still get off and have a good time. But I knew all the time that it wasn't real.
Right.
Yeah,
You had some
yeah.
kind of control over it.
And
Yeah.
I
like
think that way,
like I
like all
said,
my
some
life.
people do.
Yeah, me too.
And some people don't. And I've usually had that amount of control with myself. Of course, I haven't done a lot. I did shrooms. I've done that in my life. I've done weed, but I'm not big, big. I never did coke. I don't like putting stuff up my nose or anything like that. But I felt that I could really handle it. And then I went to Amsterdam, and I'm like, it's everywhere. I want to go there.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
smorgasbord. It's like a toy
Yeah.
store. Yay!
Poppy flavored, yay! Oh.
Yep.
Bubble
Meanwhile,
gum.
you
What?
guys,
You know?
I'm
Oh
over
my
here
God,
being a
there's like
smoker.
every other shop is a coffee house,
It's just
with the
nice to be able
green
to
sticker
smoke
in
and
the
not have
door.
to worry about the plod catching up with you.
Oh
It's
my God.
it's nice in Amsterdam, but everybody knew. You know what? And y'all may can associate with this. They
Right.
all would go like Americans, because like the people over there, they really don't like us that much. But anyways, they'd be like,
They like
it's
our
Americans,
money.
straight up, right?
They don't like
But me,
you.
no, me, they would be like, there's a Texan. Oh my God, let's go there and poke it with a stick and stuff. It's real.
Poke it.
Oh,
Say something. Say
Funny.
something. I'd be like,
It.
hey, why
It's
y'all
just an
doing that?
armadillo. It's just an
Yeah.
armadillo.
Yeah.
Now, when I went there, pole vault, hold on. I was in a seed shop,
Mhm.
and I had a conversation with the woman behind the counter. This was really funny. And I said, well, and I don't know how we got in the subject. I was like, well, because I was being careful. And I said, well, I hear that Americans aren't really liked. She's like, no, we love Americans. You spend a lot of money and you're
Right, right,
polite.
yeah.
Ah,
I'm not talking about the people that work there. I'm talking about the people walking around. And here's the thing.
They
I
were
wa-
nice to me
I-
too. But
I'll tell you this, Justine. I was there with people from Mexico. I was there from people with Russia, Ukraine. But this was my crew. Okay, and from Dubois, I had one of the most diverse crew. And guess what? The guys are like, dude, this is so great. We're being such big assholes. They think we're Americans. And then we were on the boat that goes around the canal, right? And we're drinking and getting so high, Justine. And I'm on the front of the boat. You know the boats.
yeah,
And we
I've been on the
rented the
boats.
boat, and we weren't on a boat that someone was driving. We were driving this fucking boat. And
Oh my
I'm on the
God.
front of the boat going, we're here for your booty. We're here for your booty. And we're pirates. And everybody's like, look, it's Americans. And my guys were like,
Well,
they think
you
we're
were-
Americans. Yeah. So you know that was what was
I guess
going on.
I was trying to be more staid. I wasn't like doing the whole
that's what we were doing.
Titanic thing on the front of the boat there.
We were stopping and getting we would stop the boat, Justine, and get the space cakes and stuff. And dude, if you go to
man.
Amsterdam and you got a few
Space
people,
cakes.
it is way better than to
Yeah.
just go rent the boat. It's cheaper than everyone getting on the boat that drives around.
Well,
and then
you
you
know,
get to drive the boat.
I wasn't gonna
I can't
drive
believe
a
they let you
boat
have a
on the
boat
North
in
Sea
Amsterdam. Jesus
You just-
or
Christ.
in any of those canals. I'm sorry, but the North Sea is frightening to me.
You gotta be a pirate,
That's
Justine.
insane.
Be a pirate. Arg.
I got really, really high and then just got on the boat that was covered with the glass and just went, eh.
Well, what got
And
me
then let
is
it ride me all
I
through
drank a pitcher of
Amsterdam.
beer in
It
one
was
drink,
great.
and that got me. That got me. The guys were like, "You cannot drink that pitcher of beer in one drink," and I mean, I just was like, "Go, go, go, go!" Now, and they were like, "We're gonna buy your alcohol the rest of the night if you drink this pitcher of beer in one drink." And I mean, I just downed it. Next thing you know, I'm on the front of a boat and I'm a pirate.
That's how it works.
Great.
Yeah.
Drinking
Yay,
alcohol in
Lori!
Amsterdam.
This
Lori.
is
No way.
winning right here. I'm in Miami, though. The tan I got today would say otherwise. Yes, hell yeah. That sounds
I was
so
talking to her
good.
the other night
I'm just
on
gonna-
the show.
I'm just gonna quit my job and fly down and meet Lori.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go down and get brown.
Oh,
think,
it sounds so
I s-
wonderful.
Stayed on a boat with a couple of friends the first time I went to Amsterdam, but it was moored securely. If it had gone anywhere, I would not be on the front of it. I'd be like, where are the brakes?
Well, it was a little boat. It held about like 10 of us, you know?
Now,
yeah, this one wasn't huge, but still.
I saw the houseboats in
Jeez.
Amsterdam,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and if I ever won the lottery, I
Oh yeah.
buy a houseboat in Amsterdam. You know, they don't charge you tax on those
Cool.
because there's no land to charge tax.
Oh yeah.
Did you go by Anne Frank's house?
Yeah, we couldn't get in though.
No, we
it
didn't
was
go
funny.
in, but I couldn't comprehend what was going on. They're like, there's Anne Frank's house. And dude, I was so wasted. I thought they were talking about like hot dogs and stuff. Plus the guys on my freaking, the guys on my boat, they're talking all funny and shit, you know?
Did you have the munches?
Not really, because we were eating that space cake, and the space cake wasn't that strong, Justine.
No, the space cakes are a
Oh.
joke. Okay, let me tell you something about
Really?
space cakes.
Oh, I like
Those
the
are a
space cakes.
ripoff. They do not get you high. And it's because they know you're a tourist and they know tourists are going to buy those, so they make them weak on purpose. Those things I could have eaten 5 of them and been
Right.
fine. That's why when I came back and my buddy David brings one from LA and it's like, be careful. I'm like, I've been to Amsterdam. Nom, nom, nom. And I'm like, drooling in the
I don't know,
corner,
but I
you
am
know, because that
fucking
one's real.
Have
as
you ever
fuck
had
right
like
now.
brownies from somebody that don't know how to make brownies and they just put a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of weed into brownies? And you're like, and it's just like
Yeah.
you're eating
And it's, like,
weed,
crunchy,
but
you're
it's like
like,
so strong it's burning your eyes and shit. You're like,
And you go.
ah, ah,
Bad. Did you decarb this? No, I just sprinkled it in there. Oh, okay.
yeah, no. I've been to where they didn't sprinkle it in. I'm talking about there's fucking nugs
Just
floating
buds.
in there. Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? We're gonna have to
Sticks.
smoke these brownies.
Still chewy. Exactly. Just
One
set
time-
it on fire. And
One
start,
time we
you
were
know,
young. We had some what we call Christmas tree weed. It smelled like pine trees, and we'd get it around
Yeah.
Christmas. And my cousin like left it in his pants. His
Oh.
mom washed it, and it came out tasting like Tide, and we called the weed the Tide weed.
Oh, you know what? Okay, something along those
Oh,
You
lines.
were
is
the
man.
really
first
funny.
person
I had
to
a
eat Tide
girlfriend
Pods.
in my young 20s, right? And she sold it, and where she hid it, because she sold it at her parents' home, she hid it in the dryer.
Ooh.
And so it came
Idiot.
out
Dry.
tasting and smelling like
Like
bounce
wine.
dryer sheets, and I would
Yeah.
go, Lori, stop it. Find a different hiding place. This tastes terrible. I don't want
You need to
this
switch to
anymore.
Snuggle.
I would call it bounce weed.
I thought that was going a whole nother direction there for a little while. I was like,
Oh,
"Is she
no.
gonna hide this? What?"
You gotta switch to snuggle. It's
Right.
gotta be snuggle dryer sheets. It'll
That was
taste
so gross. It was the worst.
Oh, we smoked it though. I'm not even gonna lie.
We did.
Well,
Oh, hell yeah.
we
because
smoked
it
it.
wasn't legal back then.
That's why we know it was.
Yeah.
That's why we called it the Tide weed. It was still really
Tide
good. It's amazing.
Tighter bounce.
Have
I
you
don't
ever
know,
like
but I'm
done
high
that
as
to weed? I bet
fuck
you have,
right
Justine.
now. Out from
Like-
blowing smoke rings at the camera for like the last 15 minutes.
Soaked it in water. Have you ever soaked it in water to make it cure?
I haven't soaked it in
No.
water. I've soaked it in alcohol.
You know, well that's
Soaking
when you're hashing
weed in-
it. I'm
What?
talking about. So there's a cure where you gently, like, and my friend told me about this. Okay, you
You learn this from a
you
friend.
gently
That friend.
submerge the buds.
He's got a lot of
Okay.
experience.
And
that friend.
all the vegetation, the green comes out and soaks to the bottom. But now you gentle so that it doesn't break off the trichomes or anything, right? And it just lets it come out, and then you take it out and you dry it out over a long amount of time, right? That stuff is just smooth as silk.
Weird.
I heard. I heard
That's
this.
strange.
Yeah, no,
The way
it's
I
a
did,
cure.
because I grew
Yeah.
for a long time, right? And the way I would do it is I would hang it in the dark because you can't have a light space because that
Right.
kills the THC.
Right.
So you
60
hang
degrees.
it upside down in a dark space for a few days, okay, until your leaves can break off. Then you trim it into what I had was this metal tin with one of those it's like a hydration pack, right? So if it regulates the moisture, so it'll soak up moisture, but then it'll give it back if it needs it. It's like an exchange, like a humidifier.
Right.
So I put it in that until it finally got
Equalized.
decent dry, and then I could put it in glass jars, and that's how I did it.
Well, you never broke
So-
one off of a fresh bud and smoked it?
No, because number one, it wasn't
No.
ready or cured
No.
properly.
Well,
the
Right.
THC wasn't strong enough. It didn't taste right,
so-
and it wouldn't
Right.
burn correctly.
What's
So-
up?
It wouldn't burn
Once
worth
upon
a
a
shit.
time-
No. What you got to do is you got to put it in a grinder. Okay, this is what my
doesn't
friend told
work,
me.
though. It
This is
sticks in
no.
the
This is what
grinder.
my friend told me, Justine. Believe me on this. Now this friend was growing this stuff called bubble gum, right?
I know.
And
both
it
of
had
them.
tracks growing on it like freaking ice. It looked like ice. It looked like it was been snowed on. So there was no, and so the more amber that it gets, my friend told me, would give you a more of a couch lock. And if you did something like pick it off the vine and put it in a grinder and grind it up and then lay it out so it would dry, okay, then you're going to get more of a head high. What they call a
Right.
head high, because the tracks were, like you said, not ready and not ambered, and they were going to be clear. But I just wondered if you'd ever
So-
done that.
Check this out.
No, I didn't
told-
because it
I-
just to me it
I
wasn't
told-
right. You know.
I told a crackhead, if you take one of your crack rocks and you bury it, it'll grow into a crack tree.
Yeah.
And you just gotta wait a little while. And he's still waiting to this day.
Shit.
Crack tree to grow.
What are you talking about? He's
Hey,
digging holes
Les.
all over the lawn. There's 20 holes in the lawn. Just tell the crackhead there's some crack buried in the lawn. Watch what happens.
And eventually that crack tree will grow crack berries.
Yeah. Crack.
We used to have guys. So my brother ran a cigarette pipe shop in downtown Detroit, right next to Lafayette, Coney Island, for years. And near the end there, he had a guy come in, one of the crackheads, with a stem, trying to get him to light it. We're like, get the hell out of here. So yeah, run into those.
Have you ever smoked seeds?
By accident.
Terrible.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I've been
pop.
young and my friend's been young and dumb before, and he ran out and he thought it would be a good idea to smoke the seeds, And
No.
someone told him one time,
No.
like, "Oh, the seeds are gonna get you so blazed. That's why you never smoke them."
Oh, that's so
And my friend
stupid.
could not even talk for like
What?
3 days after he smoked
Dude,
that.
it gives you a headache.
Yeah.
No,
gives-
it strips
gave
your
me
throat
a
out. It
horrible
totally
headache,
strips your
and
throat
it
out.
Yeah.
stinks.
Yeah, they just
I used to be
blood.
good at when there were seeds in weed. I used to be really good. My friends used to call me the surgeon, because I would hone in on the seed and like pick it out with like tweezers or something. I'd be like, oh no, Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
It was so bad. It would
Stem's,
give me a
Stem's
horrible
not
headache.
Oh,
so bad.
yeah.
All right, I don't mind.
And
like,
the
if it's,
taste
like,
was
if
just
it's got, like, a
absolutely
little
beyond.
bit of
Yeah,
Crap.
it's horrible.
Oh, it tastes awful.
I
Yeah.
used to be
Smells
known for being
awful.
able to roll a joint, and I would tell people I could roll a joint standing in the back of a truck going down the road in the wind, facing the wind. Just
I had a buddy like that. My friend.
I
Mark was
just
like
got
that.
to where I rolled so many, or my friend rolled so many, and it
There
was
was
like
this one
That's
time,
still
God
scary.
rest
Rolling
his soul,
since a
my friend Mark
toddler.
Tellman, he was a great guy. He passed away years ago. But we used to go up north to see my ex-boyfriend, and it was a 3-hour trip. And of course, we'd bring a fat bag, and he would roll. And this one time, we needed a roach clip. And we didn't have a roach clip, and he was very good at improvising things. He was a bit of a
MacGyvering.
MacGyver, yeah. And he took a rubber band and somehow made it into a roach clip. And we were passing it back and forth until it went ding, and we
Yeah.
never found it. It was a good sign. We were bummed out because back then, it was like you were trying to
Grasshopper
conserve
clip.
it.
well, rolling is an art
jumped
form.
away
I mean,
from you.
you can get runners, and then also
Oh, I
you don't want to
still
roll
get
it too
runners.
tight. If you roll
Yeah.
it too tight,
Oh,
it
yeah.
won't hit. If
It
you roll
doesn't
it
hit.
too loose, it'll fall to pieces.
Yeah.
It's just and I just got it down to like art form.
Cones.
I used to be able to
Just
roll
get
great, and then I
cones.
got a little arthritis. But
just
now
get-
they have these things called cones,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And
I
so
just take I just take my bottle and my cone and I just go and it fills it up, and like I tap it and it just fills up nice. And
I've been getting, but you gotta watch sometimes. I've been getting some pre-rolls, right? And I had this one certain brand I will not buy anymore because of this. Or you know how you light a joint and sometimes it catches on fire at the end?
Yeah.
And so you kind of like blow on it just a little, like out on the
And it all
outside of your
came-
mouth, just to get rid of the fire. I did that one time with this one certain brand, and the whole of the weed
Yeah.
shot out
Yeah. My friend did that.
to my table. And then
Oh.
luckily it was like a clean table. So it was all there. And I was on a live stream too, and I can't remember which one I was on. I was just like, I was so shocked that it never happened. Like when I pack them, it never happens that way. It never happens with the other brand I buy that I just buy exclusively.
My friend did
now.
that. My friend did that in Denver, and he blew it all over and blew it out, and it went on the cement. And he got down on the ground and cried and looked at the fucking weed on the cement. And I was laughing so fucking hard. We were so stoned it didn't even matter. I'm
That's
like, dude,
crying
it doesn't
over
even.
spilled milk.
And it was like, you know,
point.
it was one of those that had hash and all the
Oh,
oil and all that shit in there.
Oh,
And hey,
Drag.
check this out. We're walking back to our hotel there in Denver, and we hear like screaming and bash, bash, bash. Oh my god, and it sounded like these people were getting murdered. And we finally walked up to our hotel room, and it was our room. We had that Rob Zombie movie on 13,
Oh,
and it was so fucking loud. It was so loud you could hear it in the fucking parking lot.
it's hysterical. I've seen that movie. That's what's so funny about that. No, but I had a friend out at Grumpy Cup that we called him the Willy Wonka of hash because he made this hash that literally you could eat it. It tasted like raspberry lemonade. It was so
I want
good.
some hash with my hash.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I want that
some
sprinkled
hash
on
and some
top of my cereal in the
hash
morning.
browns.
But anyway, he made these
Corned beef and
moon rock
hash.
joints.
Hash,
Yeah,
these-
love that.
these
Sausage
things like
hash.
cones, and they were so late, and he would put them in a glass vial and sell them that way. And because we would all gather, we all worked there, so after hours, he would just bust them out. And he would give us each one. You had to he said, no, you have to smoke it into the glass. Because if you didn't, it would go flaccid. It was so laden with stuff. It was great, and it did. I watched those things go bloop. I was like, whoa. Oh. All right, well, this has been a fun evening, and we've gone over about 20 minutes or so, but it was worth it. Thank you, panel, for being up here with me. I really appreciate you guys coming up and chatting with me.
Thanks,
and all
Justin.
of my chat, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm just going to end the stream, and hopefully we will see you next week when I'm going to have Gemma from Gemma's Journey
Yay.
Grace on.
Oh, cool.
And we're going to talk about autism. And so we're all going to learn about autism because I think that's a great subject and we all need to know more about. So have a good evening and have a great week. And I'll see you guys in chat at some point this week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See
End
ya.
stream.
Bye. Bye.